What's good, my peopleizations? Pardon me, my peopleization. Smash that like button. Let's work. Let's work. Let's work. Let's talk about it, right? So it looks like the WBA is going to host another meeting, right? In which they're going to discuss reinstating Manny Pac-Man Pacquiao as the WBA super champion. This is going to back Terence Crawford into the corner, my people. Why do you say that, Blue? Because Terence Crawford is now going to have to make a move. If this WBA belt is reinstated, okay, the WBA belt is reinstated. The Ring magazine has already, the fact King Bill said how. I'm going to tell you how. Don't put the carriage before the horse. I'm getting ready to tell you how. How you ask, Blue? Because the Ring magazine has already entered this fight. They're putting their titles on the line. The Ring magazine, okay? And with the Ring magazine putting their title on the line, right? That's going to put pressure on the WBA to reinstate their belt. There's only one more belt. Now, here you go is Dwayne Yosef, my brother. There's too much garbage going on with the politics of the sport of boxing. Well, here's the thing. It's been this way forever. So, if this is another successful pay-per-view on this part of Errol Spence Jr., right, against Manny Pacquiao, and he beats Manny Pacquiao, and he does so in dramatic fashion, right? Guess what? Guess what, people? Guess what, my peopleizations? Now Errol Spence is going to be standing there calling for Terence Crawford fight. He said how it's always been that way. Well, it hasn't officially always been that way. It hasn't officially always been this way. Okay? Why hasn't it officially always been this way? Because there was still a actual debate. Anthony Rose, my brother in Super Chat, give him that word, Blue Blood. Oh, for sure. We're going to work today. We're going to work today. Robin Montgomery, my people's in the building. Pardon myself. Pardon self. Smash that like button, people. Let's get the likes all the way up. Mark it in. 1, 2, 3. My brother. Here the Super Chat. Bud should have took the 60-40 when he had the chance. I agree. Share my live. What's going on? I agree. Let me tell you why. I don't say the N-word anymore. I say peopleization. King Bills, I appreciate that. He said, I don't say that word anymore. I just say my peopleizations. Yes, sir. My peopleization. We only got 70 likes. We only got 70 likes, my peoples. Huh? 70 likes? That's all we got? Get the likes to 500. Let's work. James Harris, it's Jay, Stephen Jonigan, Alexander Wright, Antonio Johnson. What's going on? Dwayne Yosef, Prince Blizzard, Nitty G, my brother. What's going on? Let's work. Let's work. Vince Williams, what's going on? Get the likes to 500. Let's work. So, with that said, right, St. Louis Mick, Ron Yah, Ben Yahoo, Tony TV, Gio James Khalil 98, my brother, Roy Babineau, Mike Smalls, RPT, Demarius Goodson, Chantel Hill, what's going on? Tristan V, brother in Super Chat, salute, Blue, EJ Stott, gonna go way up after the Pac 5 if he wins. Oh, this is for sure. Malice 730, what's going on? Cadillac Kirkland, what Guan reaction? Tiana Scott, peace and blessings, Queen, how you doing? Queen 71, peace and blessings, Queen, how you doing? Terrell Grace 04, what's going on? James Silver, Malice 730, what's going on, my peopleizations? I know I had y'all waiting, but pardon self. God's greatest, what's going on? Beach, what's the name? Beachstrumentals, what's going on? LaJessica Burden, peace bless, Queen, how you doing? Robert Bruce, Easy De Niro, Antonio Johnson, Will Latimer, James Kindred, Jay Grant, Noble Sensor, Harry Jones Jr., Robert Bruce, truth be told. Slim Jim 340, 314. Naughty Crash, what's going on? K Hard, G Code. Edward Plank, what's going on? Hamilton Steel, True Culture. Gilbert Tulabat, what's going on? Edward Plank, what's going on? So, Carl Brown, what's going on? Alvin Lewis, what's going on? So smash the like button, people. Get the likes to 500. Carl Brown, what's going on? Oh, snap. The brother, I just went right over the brother's super chat. Pardon himself, Tristan. Tristan V, my brother in the super chat. Appreciate you. Got that? Yeah, I got that super chat. Von and Steph TV, my brother in the super chat, dropping that. Girl! On your boy Blue in the super chat. Much love to you, great brother. Much love to you. Smash that like button. People get the likes to 500. Macadon 1, Game Seeker, Avery Black, Justin Hawkins, LeVar Cooper. What's going on with my peoples? Marky Dan 123, my brother, back in the super chat. Came to win. Peace be free. What's going on? He said, quick question. Is the Donaire Casemiro fight off? Yeah, it's off. Jay Ketchup, what's going on? Earn Incorporated, what's going on? It's off. It's Guillermo Rigondeaux is back fighting Casemiro August 14th. Wise Man, DJ Zion Love, what's going on? Jamal Marshall, Warzone, DP Rocker, what's going on? Big Block, what's going on? Yeah, so it's off, man. We're going to have Rigondeaux versus Casemiro August 14th once again. I don't understand how they're just playing musical opponents, but I don't understand how the boxing world is not saying that Casemiro needs to enter the clean boxing program. Beats by Country, what's going on? I don't understand that. Where do they do that at? Rika Rabbit 12, peace of bless, Queen. How you doing today? Can we smash the like button and get the likes of 500? Let's work. Let's work. Get the likes of 500. Carter, Jamal Marshall, Cedric Williams, what's going on? So let's talk about this. Be blessed. What's going on? Be blessed. What's going on, great brother? He said, Blue, you Blue the man I can see, champ. Salute to you, great brother. I appreciate you. Joel Horter, what's going on? I appreciate you 1,000%. Boss Red 357, my brother in the building. My brother's keeper, Arthur Hawkins, what's going on? My brother Daniel Staley in the super chat, dropping that. Girl! On your boy Blue in the super chat. Salute, Blue Blood. I won't believe it till the contract is signed. I have no confidence on Bud's decision to fight Spence. Hashtag Bomb Squad, hashtag Spence, hashtag Boots Ennis. So here's the thing about that. It's going to be an immense amount of pressure on Terence Crawford to make this fight with Errol Spence. Why? Why you say that, Blue? Because now Errol Spence is going to be the lineal champion, right? Errol Spence, he beats Manny Pacquiao, right? He's going to have the WBA, the WBC, the IBF, the Ring Magazine. He's going to be the lineal champion. And on top of him being the lineal champion, he's going to be calling for the Bud fight. My brother's keeper, what's going on? He's going to be calling for the Bud fight. There is no way Terence Crawford can back down from it. Now, Errol Spence, he asked for 60-40, right? Let's say he asked for 60-40 once again, right? After the Manny Pacquiao fight. Who's gonna be okay with Terence Crawford not taking the 60-40? Because see, here's what happens is that Errol Spence is actually doing the work. Quincy Carter, my brother in Super Chat, ever see Errol being 100% again post-accident? For sure. You're gonna see it in the Manny Pacquiao fight. I'm a stone believer in that. A17 Boxing B, what's going on? You're gonna see Errol Spence 1,000% healthy, 1,000% back to the truth. Hey, you can't listen. How many people actually see? We say is Errol Spence going to be back to 100%? But how many people actually knew he wasn't 100% in the Danny Garcia fight? We didn't know that until he said it. Black Star Sports TV 2.0. Mark Fralin, what's going on? Mike G, my brother in the Super Chat, he said, smash the like button. Yeah, smash that like button, people. Let's work. Let's work. Texas Best 79, brother in the Super Chat, dropping that. Dub. Oh, half a dub on your boy Blue in the Super Chat. Much love to you, great brother. Carl Brown, my brother in the Super Chat, he said, Spence been putting that work in. So I don't see how anyone really think Bud deserves 50-50 real talk. See, and that's my thing. See, Terence Crawford, what he's doing is he's putting himself in position. I mean, Errol Spence is putting himself in position when he says 60-40, 70-30, 65-35, 35 or whatever. Anthony Lumar, what's going on? I'm just throwing out numbers. This is not coming from Errol Spence. I'm just throwing out some numbers. Donald now 66-year-old G Grant, triple OG in the building. Hey, I ain't hear you on the brother Fred Barbershop Conversations in a minute, man. You got to call in tonight, OG. 704 Joe, what's going on? I like to listen to your perspective, OG, triple OG, man. You got to call in the barbershop tonight so I can hear your perspective on what's going on. Steve J, what's going on? Anthony Lumar, what's going on? Be blessed. My brother in the super chat dropping that. Girl on your boy Blue in the super chat. Much love to you, great brother. I appreciate you 1,000%, man. CBG 3000, what's going on? Bill collectors always calling, man, when your boy Blue start. Philip Guthrie, what's going on? Be blessed. I got you. You know something? Very handsome. What's going on? Insight Third Eye Awaken. Dane Watson. LeVar Cooper. What's going on? I was going to have it set up for today. Justin Rigo. What's going on? I'll have it set up for tomorrow, though. Ron Robinson. What's going on? Matter of fact, I was talking to my brother Fred DeNutt today, and I should have asked him how to do it because I forgot. He told me how to do it the first time. Andres Ortiz, brother in super chat. 80% Spence, demolished Danny Garcia. Pack is next. Right. So my thing is this. Big Zo, what's going on? How did anybody truly know if Errol Spence was still having lingering effects? We ain't see that in the fight with Danny Garcia. Del Sala, what's going on? Shamar Rasham Shalom, what's going on? We didn't see that in the fight with Danny Garcia. Only reason we know he wasn't 100% because he told us. Travis Holiday, what's going on? D. Hodges, what's going on? DP Rock, what's going on? Because Errol Spence told us and said, hey, I wasn't 100%, I was only 80%. That's the only way we know. Von and Steph TV, my brother, back in the super chat. Spence going to beat Manny even if he's 80%. Spence is not AB or Thurman. This is a fact. Right? LaRue Hash, what's going on? I mean, I thought the version I saw against Danny Garcia was going to beat Manny Pacquiao. See, here's the thing. If you Terence Crawford, right? If Manny Pacquiao wins the fight, it's not the same pressure. Right? It's not the same pressure. If Errol Spence wins, because see, we don't know what Manny going to do should he beat Errol Spence. Okay, we don't know. We don't know if Manny Pacquiao is going to stick around. LB Sergeant Slaughter 21. What's going on? Baltimore MD, my brother. Star City J. Donnell Clark Bay. What's going on? Jordan Magna, Los Angeles Lakers. NBA D Nice. What's going on? Oronde Stokes. What's going on? So we don't know. We don't know. Right, Errol looked good against Danny. Yeah, I thought he looked great. Like, for him to tell us he was only 80%. Like, bro, I ain't see it. But anyway, so here's the thing, right? Brandon Harrell, what's going on? So now here's the thing. If Manny Pacquiao beats Errol Spence, right? It's like he's just adding more cherries on top of a career that's already illustrious. Blackwater Boxing, what's going on? He's just adding cherries and it's just over. Right? It's just like, bro, it ain't no more he could do. Because you know why? If he was undefeated, it would be even more impressive. But the fact that he already been knocked out, he's already been outboxed, right? Justin Hawkins, Roll Money, what's going on? He's already been outboxed. He has draws, he's been knocked out, he's been outboxed. He lost in every which way possible. And he's won in every which way possible. So there's nothing Manny Pacquiao could do at this point in time that truly surprises us. Now, we would be surprised. Rule the World TV, what's going on? If he beats Errol Spence, it's going to be like, wow, man. Wow. You understand? It's surprising, but is it like, I mean, Rico Breland, Tayshaun Williams, what's going on? Kevin Price, what's going on? Because it's like, it's Manny Pacquiao. We've seen this movie before. Melvin Campbell, what's going on? I expect Errol to win this fight. Now, Errol, see, Chevelle Solomon, what's going on? So my point is this. Quincy Carter, my brother in Super Chat, he said, what style you think Errol will use against Manny, boxing or mixing it up? I think Errol is training to stop Manny, right? He wants to leave no stone unturned. He don't want to go to a decision. I don't think Errol Spence wants to go to a decision. I think he wants to stop Manny Pacquiao. He wants to make a statement and stop Manny Pacquiao. See, even when how many people just broke down Manny Pacquiao and stopped him? You understand? Let me give y'all a little. Chevelle Solomon, what's going on? How many people broke Manny Pacquiao down and stopped him? None. Rampage Jackson, Monte Cristo, what's going on? 817 Bossa B, my brother, what's going on? How many people just stopped Manny Pacquiao? None. Not even Marquez. Marquez countered him, knocked him out. But again, that could happen to anybody. He was stopped to the body early in his career, but again, that gets overlooked because of what he did after that, right? But how many people got in the ring and just dominated and stopped Manny Pacquiao? Nobody. Antone Johnson, what's going on, great brother in the super chat? Errol Spence will definitely have more leverage and pop shell, peanut shells at your boy Crawford. Yeah, and pop exactly. He's going to if Errol Spence goes in this fight. See, the Darsky Lord, he said Jeff Horn roughed him up in the fight. Yeah, but even that, Jeff Horn was on the verge of being stopped. Dwayne Yosef, what's going on? Freddie Melendez, what's going on? My brother, Box Conversation, Reggie Owens in the building. Go subscribe to my brother, Box Conversation, Reggie Owens. Even that, right? Melvin Campbell, what's going on? Willie Williams, what's going on? Even that, right? Jeff Horn was on the verge of being stopped. Somebody tell me what round it was. 2 rounds. He looked like he was getting ready to get stopped. He just weathered the storm, and he shouldn't have won the fight, right? So, yeah, he roughed him up because he was the bigger guy. But who went in there and just walked Manny Pacquiao down and stopped him? Nobody. Tristan V, brother in the super chat, once again, he said, I've been seeing way too many people picking Manny Pacquiao to win this fight. I don't see it. I think EJ beats him up bad, in my opinion. And my thing is this, right, Tristan V? I agree with you. And Tristan V, I'm glad you said that. Because, Tristan V, we got to hold everybody accountable. Just like you see it, I see it, right? And we got to hold everybody accountable. Keep the same energy. I don't want to hear Manny Pacquiao was old. I don't want to hear Father Time played a part. My brother, Box Conversation, Reggie Owens in the building. Go subscribe to my brother, Box Conversation, Reggie Owens. Reggie dropped the link. Rafiq Ahmed, what's going on? I don't want to hear Manny Pacquiao was old. I don't want to hear Father Time suddenly tapped him on the shoulder. You know, we can never predict Father Time coming. I don't want to hear none of that. Please, I don't want to hear none of that. Since people are picking Manny Pacquiao like very credible people, like Nonino Donaire Sr., right? No, I want everybody to have the same energy and say, hey, and give Errol Spence, it was one thing. I was surprised that Manny took the fight. Yeah, he's in advanced stage in his career. But guess what? I was surprised, but he took the fight. And now everybody's saying he's rested. You know, Manny Pacquiao is this, he's that. Okay, so now we're going to give Errol Spence 1,000% credit for beating Manny Pacquiao. I don't want to hear he was old. I don't want to hear he was too small. Nope, this is Manny Pacquiao. Nothing short of the guy that fought Keith Thurman. If Manny Pacquiao don't look well in this fight, it's because of Errol Spence. I don't want to hear it's because of age. I don't want to hear it's because of Father Time. I don't want to hear it's because of size. I don't want to hear none of that. All I want to hear is Errol Spence nullified Manny Pacquiao. Period. Don't tell me that Manny suddenly got old. Don't tell me that Father Time, because there's so many people picking Manny Pacquiao now, right? Because he's the great. No, he's not the late. Because he's the great Manny Pacquiao, right? And it's hard to pick against him, like Floyd Mayweather. So when he loses, Errol Spence wins the fight. Give Errol Spence every ounce of roses that you can find. If you drive past a florist, I want you to stop, pick up some roses, take as many roses as you possibly can, and give it to Errol Spence. Daniel Staley, my brother in the super chat, dropping that good on your boy Blue in the super chat. He said, hold on. He said, Blue Blood, I understand what you are saying, brother. Bob and Bud are tricking into the boxing game. Yep. He said Spence is doing all the smoke at 147, and Bud will stand on his square to say Spence is not best at 147. Hashtag Bomb Squad, hashtag Spence, hashtag Boots Ennis. Facts. And so here's my thing, right? That's what I'm saying. So in this case, right? He's Georgia Peach Denise. Peace and blessings, Queen. How you doing? In this case, right? Here's the thing, right? Abracadabra. What's going on? Earl can't outbox Pac. A decision is suspect. He can outbox Pacquiao. Knockout Boxing 86 TV. Go subscribe to my brother Knockout Boxing 86 TV. He can outbox Manny Pacquiao, right? Because Manny Pacquiao has been outboxed. We've seen that movie before. Yeah, for sure he could. Jimmy James, what's going on? For sure he could outbox Manny Pacquiao. Stu Baby Love TV, what's going on? Mortis, what's going on? Mike Delgado, what's going on? Francione Arcelius, what's going on? April Francis, Peace Bless Queen, how you doing today? Carl Brown, my brother in the super chat. He said that same punch Pac-Man got knocked out with is a right there with Spence power jab alone. This is a fact. And so Breed 7420, what's going on? Trey Bully, what's going on? My thing is this. We seen Manny Pacquiao outbox. We seen him knocked out. We seen all that. We never seen him walk down, stop, right? But can Errol Spence outbox Manny Pacquiao? Yeah, because he has the technical skills and abilities to do so. You understand what I'm trying to tell you? True Culture, Mr. Blue, Jessica Jackson, Pizza Bus Queen, how you doing today? He has the skill set to outbox Manny Pacquiao for sure. Mike the Reaper Fleming, what's going on? Chad D, what's going on? Devon Malcolm, what's going on, great brother? Steve J, my brother in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. If Bud turned down any offer from EJ after EJ wins, he is in the ultimate dub. LDB, I don't care what the offer is. He been crying forever. He don't have a choice. Bud already turned down and didn't sign for the Pac fight. Yeah, he Jay Lynn, peace of blessings, Queen. How you doing today? So my thing is this, right? You're right. And that's what I'm saying, Steve J. Because now Errol Spence with this fight, and now the ring. Listen, once the Ring magazine got involved, people, you can best believe the chance of the WBA reinstating Manny Pacquiao is probably 90 to 10%. There's a 10% chance they don't reinstate Manny Pacquiao. But there's 90% chance. I can't see the Ring magazine getting in on this fight and not reinstating Manny Pacquiao. So thus, Manny Pacquiao loses this fight to Errol Spence. Errol Spence is going to be the WBC, the WBA, the IBF, the Ring magazine champion, and he's going to be calling for the Terence Crawford fight. And again, another successful pay-per-view, people. DB, my brother DB in the building. Go subscribe to my brother DB. And another successful pay-per-view on the table. Another successful, Chad D, what's going on? Another successful pay-per-view on the table. How many people think this fight is going to do critical thing? What's going on? Tour World, what's going on? How many people think this fight is going to do anything less than 500,000 pay-per-view buys? The Damon 1111, what's going on? How many people think that it's going to do anything less than 500,000 pay-per-view buys? Breed D 7420, brother in super chat. EJ at 8. He'll dominate and nullify Pac-Man. I agree, great brother. I don't know about 8. I got him in 10. But I believe Errol Spence Jr. is out to make a statement, and I believe he will. Cortez Bowles, brother in the super chat, showing love. Much love to you, great brother. I appreciate you. I believe he will go in there, and he has the opportunity to do something that's never been done, right? He has the opportunity to do something that no boxer has done to Manny Pacquiao. Win the fight. You can outbox him and win the fight. We saw that before. Manny Pacquiao getting caught with a counterpunch and knocked out. We saw that before. Manny Pacquiao just getting outboxed from rounds 1 through 12, like Eric Morales and Floyd Mayweather did. We saw that movie before as well. Have we seen a guy walk in there, deal with Manny Pacquiao, skill set, awkward angles, and all that, and be able to stop him? We've never seen that. We've never seen that. Dale McCray, my brother in the super chat, dropping that. Duh! On your boy Blue in the super chat. I'm blocking all my friends and family that is picking Pac-Man, and I don't keep that same energy, and don't keep that same energy come fight night when he get beat. Exactly. So that's my thing. B-Mac, what's going on? Everybody has to LV Slugger, what's going on? D-Stack TV, what's going on? I'm expecting everybody to keep and say the same thing. Isaiah Felix, Andrew G, what's going on? My brother's keeper, what's going on? Because I wrote it down. I'm like, okay, you picking Pacquiao? Okay, cool. Mo Your Sauce, what's going on? Oh, you picking Pacquiao? Okay, cool. Okay, cool. My brother CB Sports TV, Carl Burrell in the building. What's going on with you, King? My brother Southern T Boxing and Sports. Go subscribe to my brother Southern T Boxing and Sports. It's Doom, what's going on? All around strong, my brother in Super Chat. He said, salute to Blue. Salute to you, great brother. Coming through, starting up and showing me some love, man. Salute to you. Cortez Bowles, my brother, back in the super chat. He said, if Ugas doesn't have super belt, does he still duck boots with nothing to lose? He shouldn't, because that will put him on the map. At that point, Sherman Callan, what's going on? If they reinstate Manny Pacquiao, Ugas is back to the regular champion. Ugas needs to take that fight with Jerron Boots Ennis. Take the fight with Jerron Boots Ennis, bro. Because that's the highest profile fight you're going to get. Because what is Keith Thurman going to fight Ugas for a regular belt? Unless he's just trying to put himself in position to be the mandatory. But even if he does, Leandro Guthrie Jr., what's going on? Even if he does, right? Kenroy Lord, what's going on? Groundworks Entertainment, what's going on? Salah Udine, what's going on? Even PGH Big Dog, what's going on? Even if Keith Thurman fights your Dana Ugas with the regular belt, right? Even if he fights him with the regular belt, okay? The winner of the fight is still going to fight and look to fight Terence Crawford for undisputed. If Manny Pacquiao beats Errol Spence, why wouldn't he just give it one more go and try to fight Terence Crawford and win the fight for undisputed? Might as well. He's never done it in his career. You might as well completely top off the cake. You might as well. Carolina Ryder, my brother in the building in the super chat, dropping that hundo on your boy Blue in the super chat. He says, salute. Salute to you, great brother. Hey, great brother, man. I keep meaning to hit you up, man. I apologize, man. I keep being overwhelmed, man. I got a lot of stuff going on, bro. But I'm going to get up with you, bro. I'm going to get with you. I'm going to get with you. Salute to my brother, Carolina Ryder, always studying up, showing love, man. It's my brother right there. I am Lori Baby. Peace and blessings, Queen, in the super chat, dropping that half on your boy Blue in the super chat. Hey, Blue, Spence is winning over Pac-Man. Spence is strong, young, and powerful, period. Can you check your IG DM Blue? Hashtag Philly joint. I got you, Queen. I got you. I got you, Queen. Richard Gatson, what's going on, great brother? Yeah, and I agree. Errol Spence going to win this fight against Manny Pacquiao. I just want everybody to give him his credit. Don't want nobody to be like, well, you know what happened is he just got old. No. And man, Armada, my brother in the super chat, where do you rank Pacquiao if he wins against Errol Spence? Let me stress that again. If he wins, thank you. I rank him in the top 5, man. Top 7 for sure. He beat Errol Spence. Man, he got to be up there, man. Is he better than Floyd Mayweather? No. But is he in the top 5? Top 7, top 8, top 10? Yeah, he's there. Oh, for sure. Oh, for sure. For sure. He beat Errol Spence, man. Oh, for sure. For sure, man. That dude, he beat Errol Spence, man. That's special, man. Errol Spence is special, man. Rasheed Roth, my brother, he said, we got 533 likes. Isn't that amazing? We got 900 people here and 500 likes. So we got 400 people moonlighting. Wipe your feet before you come inside. Ring my doorbell before you walk in my house. Smash the like button. We got 900 people here and we got 400 people moonlighting. Don't just sit around. Participate. The GOAT, what's going on? Armin Hunt, my brother super chat. Marquez knocked down Manny with the looping right hook before he KO'd him. EJ landing that punch with impunity against Mikey. Errol will make Manny quit. I don't know if he'll make him quit because Manny don't have no quit in him. He don't know how to quit. You're just going to have to go ahead and knock him out. Go ahead and knock him out. Burgess Meredith, what's going on? Because he don't know how to quit. VA Hoss, what's going on? Where you been at? Pure Muscle, what's going on? Everything, what's going on? Julio Centauro, what's going on? My brother DB in the building. Go subscribe to my brother DB in the building, man. DB, drop that link, great brother. You know when you walk in, brother, drop the link, please. Automatically. You ain't got to wait for me. Please drop that link. Bluebell, I gotta buy Carolina Ryder lunch if he's going to Vegas. Wildfire, I appreciate how he supports my brother. Oh, for sure. We gonna link. Oh, we already got that set up, DB. We already got that set up. Snacks B, what's going on? Carl Brown, my brother in the super chat. He said, I already have Spence as my number 2 pound for pound under Canelo, and I won't be shocked if he become number 1 if he beat Pac-Man. Real talk. If he beats Manny Pacquiao, he's number 1 pound for pound best fighter in the world. Plus size goddess, peace of blessings, Queen. How you doing today? Snacks B, what's going on? Chappelle Show 56, what's going on? He beats Manny Pacquiao. He's pound for pound my number 1 fighter. And I'm going to tell you why. Level of opponent. Sheena, peace of blessings, Queen. How you doing today? Level of opponent. K Boston, DC, what's going on? Everything is subject to change. Anthony Smith, what's going on? Now I know y'all going to say, well, Blue, you had Terence Crawford there and he ain't lose. Yeah, well, he's inactive as well. 88 Sports Talk, what's going on, great brother? He's inactive, right? He must absolutely. He got to start getting active. Listen, people, he's been out of rank in the last 2 years. He's fought twice. Shogun 76, Tony Webb, what's going on? He's fought twice in the last 2 years. Once, 14-month layoff, then he fought Kell Brook. Now he won't fight again until almost November again. And Andre Diaz, what's going on? And who are you going to fight? That's going to let you hold pat your position. Who? Old school Boston, what's going on? You know how Canelo became top 3 pound for pound? Because regardless of what he's the level of opponent, he is fighting the champions at 168 now. Now, I feel like, hey, man, he started this journey as soon as David Benavidez, that belt was lost on the scale. But nonetheless, he is fighting the champions. Philip Guthrie, what's going on? I call for Canelo to fight TC, Peace of Bless Queen. How you doing today? I call for Canelo to fight Caleb Smith when he beat Rocky Fielding because I'm like, man, you got to fight the real champion. He did so and then beat him, right? He did so and then he beat him. Dwayne Fuller, my brother in the super chat, dropping that. Girl on your boy Blue in the super chat. Blue, how you been, brother? I'm laughing because they don't know Errol got major dog in him. Mark my words, Errol going to stop Manny. I believe that's his goal. Trey Lag, what's going on? Adrian Vet, Star City J, what's going on? I believe that's his goal. Janina Brissett, peace of blessings, Queen. James Diamond, what's going on? I believe that's his goal for sure. And I can see that happening because that's his goal. Ronnie B, what's going on? Errol Spence understands what history, right? What he stands to do. The statement he can make stopping Manny Pacquiao. Again, nobody has done that. Nobody has just faced Manny Pacquiao and just straight up stopped him. K. Carl Russell, what's going on, great brother? Richard Gasson, my brother in Super Chat. Blue, keep on keeping it real. You and Champside are the best. That's my brother Champside. Salute to my brother Champside. Press one. Paul Ruffin, what's going on? Michael Moody, what's going on? Ski Dragonov 29, what's going on? LA Fight Club, what's going on? Marquez knocked him out, LA Fight Club, but it was a counterpunch, right? He was going backwards. He used Manny Pacquiao momentum against him. Manny Pacquiao at times, yeah, Orlando Stokes. He said, am I reading your text? What text? President Jafar, the streamer. What's going on? My brother Soldier Boy 911 in the building. What's going on? Chosen One, what's going on? He's B-Dog, what's going on? He said, Blue, you reading my text. Sheldon Laugh, what's going on? Manny will put up resistance. I'm not saying he won't. 41 to 100, what's going on? I'm not saying he won't. Slick P, what's going on? Michael Van Boom, in my opinion, what's going on? Richard Gasson, my brother in the super chat, appreciate you. Anthony Smith, what's going on? We got 930 people. How come we don't have 1,000 likes? How come? Loyal to the game, boss store, what's going on? How come? Somebody tell me why not. Somebody tell me why not. Somebody please tell me why not. Because we moonlight. He said, what up with Jamal, Pure Muscle? What up with Jamal? He looking like he comfortable. Yeah, he got to come up out that comfort zone, great brother. The fact that Danny Jacobs was a possibility and he didn't take it, I'm not cool with that. Come on, bro. You had Danny Jacobs and Montiel and you chose Montiel. Came to win. What's going on? Tyler Smith, what's going on? It doesn't matter to me who suggested Montiel. You the fighter. Devin Blocker, what's going on, great brother? You the fighter. Carl Tagnan, what's going on? Tignan, what's going on? G. Levy, what's going on? G. Levy said I'm biased. What am I biased about? Go ahead and tell us. Now watch this. Don't time out nobody. Don't block nobody. Don't do none of that, my peopleization. Please, just respect my wishes. Don't time out nobody. Don't block nobody. Don't do none of that. So, great brother, Jay Gadget, Johnny Figueroa, what's going on? Everything, what's going on? Stephen Jonigan, what's going on? Levi, you said I'm biased. Okay, now tell these 900 people and thousands of people what I'm biased about. Come on. Wave check. What's going on? Alexander Wright, Eric Williams, what's going on? You said it. Now I'm responding. So go ahead and tell us. Jawan Rummels, what's going on? What am I biased about? What did I say that was biased? Go ahead. Amir Rogers, what's going on? Come on. Tell us. Black Thanos, what's going on? Andy Naives, what's going on? Go ahead, tell us what I'm biased about. First and foremost, let me say this. If you're a fan of the sport of boxing, if you're a fan of the sport of boxing, and you're a fan of any sport, right? Lil Blake, what's going on? If you're a fan of any sport, of course you're gonna be biased. Ivan Costello, he said very biased with EJ. Okay. Because I'm picking. So who you picking? Watch this now. Desi Bryant, what's going on? Negator Master, he said Errol is a clown. Okay. Woke the Truth, what's going on? Some of you guys never cease to amaze me. Woke the Truth, what's going on? Jermaine Vance Gates, what's going on? If you're a fan of any sport, I'm a fan of the 49ers. I'm a fan of the Chicago Bulls. I'm a fan of the New York Yankees. Right? So guess what? If the Yankees, the Bulls, or the 49ers plays another team, I'm rooting for that team. In the sport of boxing, it's slightly different, right? But you still a fan. You still going to root for somebody, right? Andrew Baltimore, what's going on? You're still going to root for somebody. Yeah, because I'm media. I got in the media, and I got here to talk to y'all because I'm a fan of the sport of boxing first. So every 1,000 of people that's here, Sid Strong TV, what's going on? You are biased because you want to see one person win, one person lose, right? Black Man 32 104, SK Level, what's going on? So, yeah, I am a fan of Errol Spence Jr. Of course I am. Am I a fan of Manny Pacquiao? Of course. I'm going to give you my honest opinion. I think that Errol Spence is more technically sound. I think that he's more skilled than Manny Pacquiao. And I think he's bigger, stronger, and younger. And I think he's going to win the fight. Why is that being biased? Isn't that being honest? Talib Cunningham, what's going on? That's called being honest, right? Every media member picks when you watch the NBA, right? And you watch Inside the NBA with Shaq, Kenny Smith, Ernie, and Charles Barkley. Don't they do a segment where they all pick who's going to win the game? Rob Sportsman Lee, what's going on? Don't they do a segment when they all pick who's going to win the game? Big Dose 513, what's going on? Frankie Steve 31, what's going on? Dwayne Williams, what's going on? Right? In the NFL, right? They do a segment in the NFL right before the game start when whether it's Fox or whatever channel you watch in the NFL on, right? They do a segment before they close out and everybody picks who they think is going to win the game. Do you say that they're being biased? Are we saying that they're being biased? Stephen Taylor, what's going on? Robert Warrior, what's going on? Because in the sport of boxing, this is what happens. King Vonnie 86, what's going on, great brother? In the sport of boxing, this is what happens. Is that we get overly emotionally attached to the boxers. Because, see, what happens is this. This is what happens in the sport of boxing. Culture starts to come in. Upbringing starts to come in. All of these things start to play a factor that they lead you to say, don't factor into the sport of boxing. Mr. Wilkins, what's going on? So that's why I tell you, let's deal with facts over feelings. Jay Hutch, what's going on? Because all of these things start to play a part in the sport of boxing that they lead you to believe don't play a part in the sport of boxing. That don't matter. Oh, yeah, Mr. Tally 140, what's going on? But it does matter. Because, see, when Manny Pacquiao come out and he represents the Philippines, right? When Manny Pacquiao comes out and he represents the Philippines, you're emotionally attached to him. Why? Because maybe you're Filipino. When Oscar De La Hoya, Julio Cesar Chavez, Ryan Garcia, Canelo Alvarez represent the Mexican flag, and you're of Mexican descent, well, guess what? You get emotionally attached because they represent you, right? See how that works? But they tell you this don't play a part in the sport of boxing. But of course it does. Of course it does. Lonzo Thompson, my brother Super Chat, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue in the Super Chat. I like Spence and Crawford, but Spence is picking up where he left off, and Crawford seemed to want one fight a year. Right. So Terence Crawford is allowing his promotional company to keep him on the shelf. There's no way. If Terence Crawford resigns to Top Rank after October, well, then we're going to get our answer. And guess what? Like I told you guys, he'll never be able. I'm on the wrong side of 40. Terence Crawford is 33. I'm over 10 years older than Terence Crawford. Right? I have kids and I have things. I have kids that I have kids. I'm over on the wrong side of 30. This is what I could tell you guys, right? IBFP, what's going on? Blue Blood giving Tank Davis the pass and Devin Haney. Why? Because I think that they're great fighters. Tank Davis is 26. Devin Haney is 22. Mr. DJ C92, what's going on? Give them a pass for what? What am I giving them a pass for? What did they do wrong? Right? Carl Brown, my brother in Super Chat. Another of these dudes that wishing for Spence to lose is them same dudes that in Bud only fans. Right. Or Pacquiao fans. No, they Pacquiao fans. David Linville, what's going on? That's what they are. Carl Brown, they Pacquiao fans. And so, why? Ask them why. 9 times out of 10, because he represents their country. I'm just being honest. Can we talk? Can we be honest here? Because that's the only way I know how to come. Quincy Carter, my brother in the Super Chat. If Bud don't make better career moves on come October, he'll be boxing biggest wasted talent. So let me talk about that. Brown on boxing, what's going on? So here's the thing, right? Like I said, I could tell you guys, Terence Crawford as a competitor, Steven Libera, what's going on? Has to just look at this situation and say, man, I allow myself to be in this position. Johnny Nevermind, what's going on? C. Wood, what's going on? I allow Roman, what's going on? I allow myself to be in this position and just rectify it because you still have the opportunity to rectify it. Tay Brown, peace bless, Queen. How you doing? 11520 in the building. You have the opportunity to still rectify it. So rectify it. Because if he resigns, right? Because now Errol Spence, my brother Emmanuel H. in the building. What's going on with your champ? Right? Joseph Lewis, what's going on? Robert Bruce, what's going on? So now you have the opportunity to rectify it. But now he's going to have to understand that Errol Spence is going to say he beats Manny Pacquiao. It's going to do at least 500,000 pay-per-view buys. He beats Manny Pacquiao, right? Loving Algator, what's going on? He's going to have 3 belts and he's undefeated. And he's going to have the Ring Magazine belt. And now he's going to be saying Terence Crawford because we know how Errol Spence is. Majid, what's going on? Terrell Parrott, what's going on? Has Errol Spence ever said he was going to do something and never done it? Jafari Caesar, what's going on? Has anybody ever saw that? Salute to New Jersey. Has anybody ever seen that? He's done what he's done. He wanted the Keith Thurman fight. He tried to make it happen. Manny Pacquiao, what's going on? He tried to make the Keith Thurman fight happen as much as possible, right? He told you he wanted to fight the best, and that's what he's doing, fighting the best. Coming off a 14-month layoff and suffering that after that car accident, he fought Danny Garcia back to regularly scheduled program. Mark Almighty, what's going on? He went back to regularly scheduled programming, people. When everybody was calling for him to fight tune-ups just to make sure he's back, experience the Vibe Media, what's going on? Everybody was telling him, make sure you're back healthy. Don't take on Danny Garcia. Don't take on Danny Garcia. You should take a tune-up. He fights and beats Danny Garcia, and then all of a sudden, instead of giving him the credit, all of a sudden it turned in, well, yeah, you know, Danny was never that good. Well, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? Only in the sport of boxing we allow this. That's why you got blue. Tone 40, what's going on? Kizzy Hayes, what's going on? That's why you got blue. No, we ain't doing that. We're going to give the truth. Pun intended. So he outboxed Danny Garcia, and then all of a sudden that turned into, well, you know, Danny was never that good. Well, what? Wow. I mean, Danny was tailor-made for him. Oh, come on now. Fifth Island, what's going on? Fifth Island say, yo, Blue, I have proof they cheated Wilder in the first fight. Ask me how. I'm asking you how, Fifth Island. Inbox me on Instagram, Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Space Wolf, what's going on? Right? Stephen Jonigan, what's going on? T. Scott, what's going on? I know I'm repeating myself, saluting y'all, but y'all know how I get down. I feel like I already greeted you, but I'm repeating myself. I'm getting older. Self-chillers, what's going on? 817 Bossy B, my brother in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. He said, Bud and Taylor after Zepeda. Why is Taylor fighting Control at 140 for a Mando and not a tune-up at 147 before Bud? Bob may be blowing smoke. Bud, this is your life. You better walk away and fight EJ. Hey, and you know what? I was thinking about that. That's 817 Boston B. I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, if you Josh Taylor, Big Texas Clayton Smith, what's going on? If you Josh Taylor and you really want to pursue the Terence Crawford fight, well, why not just go, 817 Boston B? You know why? Because Jack Cottrell, he took step aside money to allow him to fight for Undisputed. So he had it in his contract that he has to fight Jack Cottrell. That's why. That's why. I forgot about that. He has it in his contract that he has to fight Cottrell because Cottrell took step aside money to allow Josh Taylor and Jose Ramirez to fight for Undisputed. That's why. Because I'm like, man, just vacate the belts and move up. But he has to. He's contractually obligated like Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury. Boston Ghoul, what's going on, great brother? Gizzy Boy, what's going on? Pull Counter Boxing, my brother, what's going on? Go subscribe to my brother, Pull Counter Boxing. So, yeah, it does. It still puts him off. I mean, unless he's just going to, after the Cottrell fight, just go to 147 and challenge him. That's a possibility. Like Terence Crawford, he did. He went right up to 47 and fought Jeff Horn. Gizzy Boy, my brother in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. Much love to you, great brother. So Sergio Gonzalez, what's going on? And that's his plan to just go ahead, vacate. Lord Sweat, BM 1971, what's going on? Xavier Jones, what's going on? His plan is to go ahead and Johnny Nevermind, what's going on? Lewis Rule, what's going on? What's up, baby?
Can I just hear my baby really quick?
Baby, why you wait till I start on stream every time? Please help me understand that. Please help me understand that. You didn't know that an hour ago? Go ahead, baby. Please. Bukamar Marcy Lobo. I hope I say your name right. Always watching from the Philippines. Salute to the Philippines. The Zoomverse, what's going on? King Ferg, what's going on? Salute to the Philippines. So, yeah, Devin Blocker, every single time, man. Never fails. You got it, baby? Huh?
Mommy.
Baby, can you close the door, please? Thank you. All right. So where was I? Intelligent Savage. What's going on, great brother? Yeah, every single time, never fails. Richie Demby, what's going on? Gap Reviews, what's going on? King Daniel Lackey, my brother, what's going on with you? Every single time, never fails. Mr. Finesse, what's going on? My wife was off of work today. Kids had nothing to do. Nobody did nothing. As soon as I start my stream, here we go. Dad, can you fix the stairs for the pool? Dad, can you get my bathing suit? Dad, can we do, like, we had all day. Playmate 4L, what's going on, great brother? We had all day to do this. All day. Now I done lost my train of thought. So what was I saying, people? Done lost my train of thought. Boss Player, brother in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. Blue always on daddy duty. 100. Salute, brother. Always, man. Huh? It's not even in here? Baby, can you close the door? Fix the roll. Fix the roll, baby. You see it's right there, it's in the door. It's not even in here. It's not even in here, man. Nelson Armstrong, what's going on, great brother? Louis John V, what's going on? Yeah, I don't have it. Yeah, that's what I get. That's what I get, Louis John. You know what I mean? It was the process that I enjoyed. You know what I mean? That's what I get for enjoying the process. Got you, Fifth Island. Sai Ali, what's going on, great brother? You know what I mean? That's what I get, man. David the Real Thomas, yeah, man. You can't make this stuff up. She poked her head in here about 4 times since I started. I knew she was going to ask for something. She kept poking her head in. And I'm like, got her own room and everything. They love to put everything in my room. Jamie, Papa Doc, what's going on? It's like, why? The A-teams, what's going on? Blackwater Boston, my brother in Super Chat. Teofimo Lopez is keen on facing Josh Taylor. How likely is that? Not likely, because Josh Taylor really don't have much interest in fighting Teofimo Lopez. He don't have much interest in him. Yeah, Louis John, not at all. But that's what I get. That's what my wife told me. That's what you get. Skills for New Orleans. What's going on? You asked for it, right? Couldn't leave me alone, and here you go. That's what I get. But you know what? When my wife walked past or something, I forget again. You know what I mean? Then I'm, back in creation mode. Hey, I just can't help it. It's, it's whatever. It's her fault. I told her it's her fault. You know what I mean? Nobody told her to look like that. Real deal, my brother in Super Chat. My daughter don't care either. What's next for Ryan? Tank Davis. I believe they're going to push for that fight. I believe he's going to have a tune-up Ryan Garcia, and then it's going to be Tank Davis. Yeah, it was Tour World. That's exactly what it was, Tour World. Exactly. Nobody told her to look like that. It ain't my fault. Yeah, back in creation mode, Mr. Finesse. You know how it goes. Can't help myself. You know what I mean? Yeah, it is. A17 bossing me. I don't even attempt it. It's not even weak because I don't attempt it. I just stay the course. Corey Yellowman Jackson, my brother. What's going on? Where you been at, great brother? God came in. What's going on? XS Raw 2013. What's going on? Yeah, fact father. Yeah, I can't help it. Yeah, SB stay sharp. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's the white fault, man. Every single time, man. Can't help myself. We could be having a conversation about cutting the grass, and then I'm watching her, and I'll be like, "Hey, you got a free moment? You got a 30 minutes on your hands? You got a free 30 minutes? Lunch break? Something?" She's like, "What are you talking about?" I don't know. Not my fault. I don't know where it came from. Underground Silent, what's going on? We be talking about something totally different, and my mind just went totally left. Just then she starts sounding like Charlie Brown mom. Cause my mind is somewhere else. And then I'll be like, "Hey, listen, you got 30 minutes? What?" She'd be like, "What?" Mr. Mom, my brother in Super Chat, Ryan Garcia don't make it 5 rounds with Tank. I don't believe it either. I believe you're right. I believe you're right. Nelson Rivera, what's going on? Yeah, that's just what happens, man. She'd be like, "What? Did you just hear anything I said?" Yeah, no. I mean, I listen. My wife know I'll just be 1,000% honest. I'll be like, did you hear anything I just said? Yeah, no. I was just confused. She'd be like, what? Man, it's a move for lifestyle. What's going on, great brother? And I tell her I was just confused. Why was you confused? She'd be like, focus, focus, focus. And I'll be like, that's not going to work. That's not going to work. The only way it's going to focus is 30 minutes of spare time. So let's get into this, right? So like I said, right? So now, Law Junis, what's going on? Yeah, can I see? Yeah, that's that. Can I talk to you in the office for a second? Yeah, I'm focused. Yeah, I'm focused. All right, I'm focused, man. Can't help myself. DeJuan Roberts, my brother in the super chat, he says, "Salute, Blue. What happened to Bud going to 154? I thought that was a great plan. I don't think it was a great plan because then he's gonna have to fight Jamel Charlo, right? He's gonna have to fight Jamel Charlo. I mean, that's a great plan, but that's a that's a plan. That's a shot in the dark, man. You lose that fight, Jamel Charlo, it's over. It's over. You understand what I'm saying? Exactly, Soldier Boy. I can't help it. And I got 4 daughters, man. They stick it to me, great brother. They stick it to me every single time, and it's just is what it is, man. They stick it to me all the time, man. I can't say no, man. Hey, I tell you this, right? I told my daughter, right? My daughter, my second oldest daughter, she said she wanted crab legs. And I was like, man, I was getting ready to watch the fight. This is a true story. I was getting ready to watch the fight and everything. I was like, yeah, not today. She was like, did you just tell me no? And I'm like, yeah, I did. And I'm going to stand my ground. She was like, that's the first time you said no. And I'm like, you right. But I'm going to stand my ground. You know what I'm talking about? Right. I got this. Emmanuel H., my brother in Super Chat, calm down, Blue. You're going to have number 20 on the way. Yeah, for sure. Just can't help myself, man. Can't help myself. Can't help myself, man. I'm Lori Baby. She said, Blue, I have 6 daughters. Oh, man, that's a blessing. But see, it's different when moms with daughters than dads with daughters. You know what I mean? They get over on me. They get over. You know what I mean? Yeah, I just stand my ground. I said, listen, the fight coming on. I'm not going to get no crabs. She was like, did you just tell me no? Yeah, I'm kid you not. Stand my ground. Like, you know what I mean? I got this, man. I got this. Had to do it for all the great kings out there. Charles Young, what's going on? So, yeah, so let's get into it. Big Dose 513, my brother in Super Chat. He said, then you went and got them crab legs. And I stood my ground. I'm Lord Bass. I got 1 son. See? And he ruled your world. I already know how that goes. I know your daughters be telling you, you don't do that with him. I know it. Cross 7435, what's going on? Baby Rider, what's going on? I already know how that works. Leon Robinson, what's going on? Jamie Martin, what's going on? I know how that works. Chase the Coin, what's going on? 313 Boston, what's going on? I know how that works. Corey Yellowman Jackson, my brother in Super Chat. Blue, come through this weekend. We barbecuing it up. My B-Day today. Turning up for Thursday on through the weekend. My anniversary this weekend, great brother. But if you're doing it on Friday, I could come through on Friday. But on Saturday, I got to give the time to wife. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Jameson Childress, my brother in the Super Chat. Jameson Childress in the Super Chat dropping that dub on your boy Blue in the Super Chat. LOL, Blue gets more deals done in that office than Aram and Hearn combined. Salute, kid. Oh, for sure. For sure. For sure. Yep. Louis Rule said they don't take us serious. No, they don't. They don't. Nope. Ty in the sky, peace, bless. I appreciate you, Queen. Oh, Paul Boss, what's going on? Nah, they don't take us serious. I told you, my other daughter was like, "Can you cash at me $40?" I said, "I don't have it." She just sent a long pause, like she's like. Then she sent the message again. No, I said, "Can you send me $40?" I said, "Listen, who you talking to?" As I told my wife, I said, "Listen, look at this. You see what I'm saying? What you think going on here?" Corey Wood, what's going on? What's going on here? So I told my wife, and I said, "This is the last time I'm sending her $40. I'm not cash apping no more $40." I said, "I don't even have cash app." She said, "Yes, you do, because I seen you on your live stream." And I said, "That's not for you." You know what I'm talking about? And why are you creeping on my stream? What are we talking about here? Because $40 turned into, it keeps growing. It's like a seed, and you keep adding water, man. No, man, what are we doing here? Carl Brown, appreciate you, great brother. No, that's what that turns into. It's not for her. Hey, well, I know you got a cash app. I don't have no cash app, man. What you need it for? Something, huh? No, man. I'm like Tommy Gunn. I want my respect. I want my respect. You know what I'm talking about? SB Stay Sharp. What's going on, great brother? Jack T, my brother in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. Garcia not better than Barrios. Barrios has better foot movement, jab, chin, and ring generalship. I can't think of anything Ryan does better than Barrios except play on IG. Not interested in Tank Ryan. So my thing is this, right? I said the same thing, Jack T. He has faster hands and more power than Barrios, but he has slow feet. Yeah, Devin Blocker, why she watching my live? You know what I'm talking about? Oh, I saw you got them super chats. No, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? You dig what I'm talking about? Silver Flake, what's going on? What are you doing here, man? So yeah, I think Ryan Garcia has more he has faster hands and more power, but that's because he sit down on his punches, right? He's sitting down on his punches. You understand? Mario Barrios seems to be more versatile than Ryan Garcia. You know what I mean? So I think that Tank is going to knock out Ryan Garcia. Edgar Valencia, what's going on? John Kirby, what's going on? Boss Red 357, my brother in super chat. Blue, your girl's watching them super chat. Yeah. My wife too. She here somewhere. You understand what I'm talking about? She here. She in here somewhere. Don't think she ain't. She here. She here. House Money Ken, what's going on? So I think that Terence Crawford is destined to see what's going on. I think that Terence Crawford is going to be in a very, very tough position because did I just read my brother Boss Red? Yeah, salute to my brother Boss Red 357. Sheena, peace of bless, queen in the super chat. She said, Blue, happy anniversary to you and your lovely wife. Hey man, how you know my wife lovely? You see what I'm saying? Women stick together. You dig? You dig what I'm saying? You dig what I'm saying? You see that? They stick together. You dig? You dig what I'm saying, fellas? You see what I'm saying? But I appreciate you. Sheena. Much blessings to you, queen. Much love to you. Jack T, my brother in the super chat, once again, Ryan Flaky. He said, Ryan Flaky, he will put out for a Mr. T fight. He said he'll put out for a Mr. T fight. Unbelievable. Yeah, Sheena came in here, Jalen. Yeah, Jalen be like, yeah, you know, that's what you get. Huh? Much blessings to you, Sheena. I appreciate you 1,000%. You understand? True boxing news, my brother. What's going on? So I think that Terence Crawford is going to be in a very close-in position, right? Because Errol Spence wins this fight. Now Errol Spence is going to be saying, this is what Errol Spence is going to be saying. He's going to be saying, hey, 60-40, 70-30, 65-35, whatever Errol Spence is going to be asking for, that's going to put a lot of pressure on Terence Crawford. Because now the boxing world is going to say, well, Errol Spence's standpoint is legit. See, even if you didn't, Prime Minister, what's going on? Even if you didn't believe that Errol Spence had a leg to stand on, GSC 100 block, 1,000 black, what's going on, great brother? So even if you didn't think that Errol Spence had a leg to stand on when he was asking for the 60-40, Galvatron, what's going on? D-Sham, what's going on? When he asked for a 60-40 prior to this, and, Conrad Carter, what's going on? And you could say, well, he didn't have a leg to stand on, who did he fight, so on and so forth. Here goes the stamp of approval. Boom. Here goes the stamp of approval. Beating Manny Pacquiao is going to do the biggest pay-per-view buys that Errol Spence has ever done. He's going to be a 3-belt holder with the Ring magazine, okay? And on top of it, FSU, my brother, what's going on? And on top of it, he's done 4 straight massive pay-per-views with 4 Hall of Famers, people. Fly High 89, New Fat Boy Fitness, what's going on? Baby Rider, Charles Young, what's going on? He will have done 4 straight pay-per-views with 4 straight Hall of Famers. Mikey Garcia, 4-division world champion, superstar Mexican boxer. He's going to the Hall of Fame. Sean Porter, 2-time welterweight world champion. Sean Porter's going to the Hall of Fame, right? He's more accomplished than Arturo Gatti, and Arturo Gatti's in the Hall of Fame. Brown Squad Inc., what's going on, okay? He beat Danny Garcia, 2-division world champion, unified junior welterweight world champion. He was a WBC welterweight world champion. Danny Garcia, at the very least, is a borderline Hall of Famer. Jamarian Allen, what's going on? You understand? Matthew Dixon, what's going on? Then Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao is a for sure Hall of Famer. For sure, he's a Hall of Famer. Manny Pacquiao. 4 straight Hall of Famers, right? Pay-per-views numbers is going to be, I'm sure Manny Pacquiao, Errol Spence is already sold out. It's going to be sold out. And if he does if he does something that is never been done by beating and stopping Manny Pacquiao, indubitably, right? He stops Manny Pacquiao. Well, guess what, people? It's over. Now he's going to take all that. Now there's no pressure on him to make the fight with Terence Crawford. The pressure is on Terence Crawford to make the fight with Errol Spence. Plays ball. What's going on, great brother? Now the pressure is going to be on Terence Crawford to make the fight with Errol Spence. House Money Ken, what's going on? Because now everybody's going to be like, hey, bud, you got to take, you holding up the fight. See, it was one thing in this standpoint to say, well, who's holding up the fight? Is it Errol? Is it Manny? Terence? Who's holding up the fight? No, he wins this fight and does he wins this fight and does massive pay-per-view numbers and holds 3 belts and saying, hey, let's make this fight happen 65-35, 60-40, whatever numbers. I don't know what numbers Errol made acts of Terence Crawford. But the fact is, right, Errol's going to go knock on their door. Boop, 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 boop. Who is it? The Truth. The Truth. I'm here to do what I said I was going to do. What did he say he was going to do? I'm going to collect all the belts, and then I'm going to go visit Terence Crawford. They put this belt on the line. He collect all the belts, and he goes to visit Terence Crawford as he stated he was. And now he's bringing to the table all these belts. Antoine Reed, what's going on? And imagine if he says 60-40. Y'all ain't hear me. If Errol Spence said, hey, I'm going to offer 60-40. On top of being a 3-belt holder, on top of these pay-per-views, on top of everything he's done. Hey, it's 60-40? He don't take it? Listen, new caddy, what's going on? I'm telling you now, as a competitor in the sport of boxing, as a competitor in any sport, athlete, just as a competitor alone, if Terence Crawford don't accept this fight, so you see when he was like 50-50, I don't know, so on and so forth. If he don't accept this fight at that point in time, he'll regret it for the rest of his career. And they're moving forward. Because it will always be a question asked to him, not to Errol Spence. Because Errol Spence is going to walk away saying, hey, I offered the fight. I was the biggest star, offered the fight. Just like Aaron Pryor and Sugar Ray Leonard. That was a big fight, Aaron Pryor and Sugar Ray Leonard. But since Aaron Pryor dropped the ball, good 74. What's going on? To this day, Aaron Pryor's like, man, I wish I would have knew I would have took the fight. I let the historian tell you the story all the time. All the time. Asharala Chapash Ben Yadawada. What's going on? Jay Lynn, peace and blessings, Queen in the super chat. Hi, Blue. Do you think Spence will have to? Now, you see this? You see what I'm talking about? Jay Lynn talking about hi, Blue, like she ain't been talking to me all day. You see what I'm talking about? She been in the chat from the whole. This is how they get you. This is how they get you. Jay Lynn in the super chat. She said, hi, Blue. Do you think Spence will stop Pac to get his just due? I don't trust it going to the decision. I have a bad feeling about the judges lately. I think that, yeah, DP Rocker, but I'm saying, I know that. What I'm saying is, to this day, he would have been saying, because remember, he was saying, look at, see, they bossy on top of it. Just accept the greeting. You see what I'm talking about? No, I know Aaron Pryor, the late great Aaron Pryor. You know, but what I'm saying is this: if he was, I meant to say, if he was to this day, he would still be saying like he was that it never happened. He regretted it never happened. Like Riddick Bowe today, he regrets that Lennox Lewis fight never happened. Forever real. What's going on? Jay Lynn, but let me get back to Jay Lynn question, right? So do you think, I think that Errol Spence is going to set out to stop Manny Pacquiao, not just because he don't trust the judges, but I think he's going to set out to stop Manny Pacquiao because it's never been done in that manner. Like I said, he's been counted and knocked out by Marquez. He went to the body, but those fights get overlooked. Didn't even know who he was at that time. He didn't know who he was and what he could do, his capabilities, and he's been outboxed. So I think Errol Spence is going to set out to do something that's never been done. But the ultimate goal is to secure the victory. As far as the judges go, I don't think the judges will make a mistake in this fight. I don't see that. I think it's too big of a fight. The magnifying glass is too big on it. There's too much at stake, and I don't think they'll make a mistake in this fight. I don't see them making a mistake. Now, obviously, we don't know about judges because things change with these judges all the time. We never know what the outcome is going to be. But I have a hard time seeing the judges. If Errol Spence clearly wins the fight, now if it's a close fight for history and legacy, they might swing in the direction. I can see what you're saying. They may swing in the direction of Manny Pacquiao, right? But for the most part, I think that it was a close fight with Keith Thurman and Manny Pacquiao, and they saw it as a close fight with Keith Thurman and Manny Pacquiao. So that gives me confidence. And Manny Pacquiao, outside of that situation with Jeff Horn and those two middle fights with Juan Memo Marquez, he hasn't had too many questionable fights. I thought he clearly won the Jeff Horn fight, and I thought you could have went either which way with the Marquez fights, the two in-between fights. But aside from that, Manny Pacquiao's never been in fights where it's always been pretty much the correct decision, right? Like Floyd Mayweather. It's been throughout his career, it's pretty much been the correct decision outside of the Canelo fight that it was like, huh? That was questionable. Like the Jeff Horn fight with Manny Pacquiao. But for the most part, it usually goes about right with them. And in this situation, I think Errol Spence wins the fight. It's going to be pretty clear that Errol Spence won the fight. And so I trust that they'll get it right. But I do think Errol Spence is going to be looking to make a statement. Oh, yeah, I forgot about the Tim Bradley fight. Yeah, that Tim Bradley fight. That first Tim Bradley fight. Yeah, Manny has been on the end of some bad ones. Yeah, Manny has been on Urban Naturalist. What's going on? Yeah, Manny has. I forgot about that Tim Bradley one. Man. Because that should have never happened. That's why I forgot about it. Because, man, there's no way that should have happened. Fly High 8 now, my brother in Super Chat. Blue, he not taking 40 even after this. They don't like a black man having the advantage over them. Hey, bro, if he don't fly high 8-9, if he don't take 60-40, bro, he'll never be able to. He'll be never. See, what happens is the it's not going to just Big Lake Show. What's going on? Mass Matters 78. What's going on? See, the thing is, it's not even just going to be about the fans and us. It's going to be quote unquote mainstream media. Earl Ferry, what's going on? Putting pressure on him. Julio Centauro, what's going on? Abraham, what's going on? It's going to be mainstream because now, remember, now you're going to get, ESPN. Everybody's going to be asking Terence Crawford about Errol Spence because there's nowhere else for Errol Spence to go but leave the division. So Errol Spence is going to be money in the ghetto. What's going on? Errol Spence is going to be putting the pressure on Terence Crawford to make the fight. He just is. He's going to be offering. It's going to be hard for him to turn it down. Jack T, my brother in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. 70-30 now would be generous, and he turned down 60-40 already. Bud is on video saying the fight will never happen. Then turned down Porter. He's ruining his legacy, waiting on 140 pounders to move up. Hey, bro, if he do this, if he legit turns down Errol Spence moving forward, it's going to be very difficult. You thought it went viral when he said 50-50 may not be enough? If Errol Spence beats Manny Pacquiao and then tries to make the fight and he don't accept it, he'll never be able to get away from that. You see how Floyd Mayweather, every time he turned around, the real Rick Robb, what's going on? Jeremy 2684, what's going on? Every time Floyd Mayweather turned around, somebody was asking him about Manny Pacquiao. It didn't matter who he fought. When you going to fight Manny Pacquiao? When you going to fight Manny Pacquiao? When you going to fight Manny Pacquiao? The subject was Manny Pacquiao, Manny Pacquiao, Manny Pacquiao, and some more Manny Pacquiao. Roy Watkins, what's going on? Salute to Las Vegas. I love Las Vegas. Be out there in a few weeks. The subject was always Manny Pacquiao, Manny Pacquiao, Manny Pacquiao. And that will be the same thing. DJ, my brother in Super Chat. Yo, Blue, check your DM on IG. I got you, great brother. I got you. It's just difficult for me to check it and focus on my peopleizations here in the building. You dig? Oh, let me look. So it would be seriously difficult for him to be able to maneuver around that. It'll never be settled for him. It'll never be settled. It'll never be a settled situation. Big Al's House of Pain. What's going on? Everywhere he goes, it's always going to be my brother in many ways. So, it'll never be settled for him. You dig what I'm saying? He'll never, OMC well, what's going on? It'll never be a situation where he'll have a fight and people not asking about it. Never. He'll never be able to get away from it. Never. My brother George Grace in the super chat dropping that quarter of a hundo on your boy Blue in the super chat. He said, "What's up, Blue? Spence will KO Pac. Pay-per-view will be over 500K. Sold out venue, and Buzz still asks for 50-50 because Bob advises him, and that's Bob's only way to recoup money he lost on Terence Bud Crawford." That's why I say George Grace, he absolutely has to maneuver around. There's no way he can resign. Got you, DJ. There's no way. Got you, Queen. There's no way, right? He's going to be able to maneuver around fighting Terence Crawford. Fighting Errol Spence. If he signs with back with Top Rank, if he signs back with Top Rank, there is no way this fight don't happen and people don't place 100% of the blame on him. They're going to place hold on one second. Hold on. So there's no way, right, that he signs back Renee Bashyung, my brother Renee Bashyung in the building. Go subscribe to my brother Renee Bashyung. So there's no way he signs back, right, with Top Rank. Don't make this fight. For the rest of his career, that's what he'll be known for. Everything else will be overshadowed. On the mic, my brother Terence Bailey Sr. Go subscribe to my brother On the Mic with Terence Bailey Sr. Terence dropped the link. My brother Renee Bashyung. Renee dropped the link, great brother. Stash Low Main, what's going on, great brother? You understand what I'm saying? So here's the thing, right? So here's the thing. He'll never be able to walk away from that. Ever. You sign back with them, you know they're preventing you from getting the biggest fights. Mercury, Pluto, what's going on? And these lucrative fights, you can't, how can he move forward and say, I'm not getting the big fights? You can't do that no more. Prime Minister, my brother, super chat. God bless Bud, but he needs a Juneteenth awakening. Hey, Deshaun Duckworth, what's going on? Imagine Terence Crawford versus Errol Spence for undisputed Juneteenth. And I'm going to say Atlanta. And the reason I'm going to say Atlanta is because of neutral site. But imagine Errol Spence versus Terence Crawford, Juneteenth in Atlanta. For undisputed. Corin Thomas, what's going on? Dash Alva, what's going on? Jay Lynn said, could it be Terence Crawford just lost the hunger? I don't think he's too much of a competitor to have lost the hunger. When you see Wall Street Jim, what's going on? When you see him, when you see Pull Counter Boxing, my brother, go subscribe to my brother Pull Counter Boxing. What's going on, great brother? When you see him being as competitive to say, when he tells Robert Garcia, hey, we won up, plus the amateurs, this, and this. And Robert Garcia, Stephen Taylor, what's going on, great brother? Robert Garcia is like, man, what are you talking about? And Robert Garcia didn't even realize he was saying, we still got the numbers. We still leading y'all because of the wins we got over y'all in the amateurs. Even though you just beat, when he beat, remember when Virgil Ortiz Jr. beat Maurice Hooker. Robert Garcia said that Terence Crawford came to him and stated, we still got the lead on you because of what we did, because of the amateurs as well as the pros. We still got more wins. And Robert Garcia was like, man, this dude is that competitive that he's talking about the wins in the amateurs. Bad Tito, what's going on? So that lets us know that he hasn't lost the hunger. He's just got to make the better decisions business-wise outside the ring. Twin D, my brother in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on us in the super chat. He said, what up, Blue? I agree with you about Bud not being able to live down not fighting Spence. But you know, and I know there will be some who somehow find a way to blame it on Errol. That ain't going to be possible. Not going to be possible because Errol going to have such a grand stage. Jonathan Simon, what's going on? He's going to have such a grand stage, such a big stage after beating Manny Pacquiao and holding all the cards that he does and calling for this fight. There's no way that it's going to be equivalent. And again, let me clear this up before I say this. I know he's not Floyd Mayweather. I know he's not Sugar Ray Leonard. I know he's not Muhammad Ali. I know he's not on that level yet. But I'm just going to use the example. Imagine Floyd Mayweather calling out a fighter after he became Money Mayweather. Now, Pretty Boy Floyd was calling out fighters, and they wouldn't fight him. Or, better yet, let me use another example. Imagine right now Canelo Alvarez calling out Jamal Charlo, and Jamal Charlo not taking the fight. Or Canelo Alvarez calling out Andre, and Andre not taking the fight. Or Canelo Alvarez calling out, as he's doing right now, he's trying to put pressure on Caleb Plant to take a smaller amount. But imagine him calling out Caleb Plant and Caleb Plant not accepting his fight. That's hard. Abraham said, "Bro, Crawford would beat Porter." Oh, I favor him to beat Sean Porter as well, but it's a very tough fight, and I would not be overly surprised if Sean Porter wins the fight. I believe that Terence Crawford has enough tools in the toolbox to win the fight against Sean Porter. But that's not a guaranteed dub. No way, no how. And like Jalen said, well, why won't he fight him? If he could beat him, he got to fight him. He has to prove it. My brother, Mr. Finesse, said. He got to prove it. Yeah. Jack T said 60-40 gone. That ship's has sailed. Well, Errol's still the type to be like, okay, 64. Errol is still that type. Like Errol just wants to. I'm not saying he's gonna take a major pay cut, because why would he, right? But Errol's gonna make it doable. I believe that. Carl Brown, my brother in Super Chat. Some people keep saying Bud title calling Spence out, but I haven't seen no videos of him calling Spence out at all. Only his fans saying that though. I've been saying that. I've been saying that. That he says overall, right? I want to fight all the best. Chauncey Moore, what's going on? John Merriweather, what's going on? He says, I want to fight all the best. I want to fight Keith Thurman. I want to fight all those guys, but not specifically singling out Errol Spence. Hey, I want to fight Errol Spence. He singles out Manny Pacquiao, but not Errol Spence. He just hasn't done that. It's just we got to deal with what we got to deal with, people. Facts over feelings. He just hasn't done that. Period. Like, we got to deal with facts over feelings. The truth is the truth. Right? Haywood David, what's going on, great brother? Oh, my brother Money Powell. I ain't even see Money. Money, if you out there, man. Stanley Fields, what's going on? Sam Scott, what's going on? Sam Scott said he called him out in his face. He called who out in his face? Let's talk about it. Who called who out in their face? Get the likes to 1.2K. Smash the like button. Who called who out to whose face? I believe he will, Sheena. I believe he will. I believe he will. I believe he will. Sam Scott said Spence. Okay. Right then and there, Sam Scott. Terence Crawford is standing there with his promoter. Am I right? Teach, what's going on, great brother? Am I right or wrong, Sam Scott? Was Terence Crawford standing there with his promoter? I know there was nose to nose. I'm asking you a question. Brian Corbett, what's going on? Was Terence Crawford was Terence Crawford standing there with his promoter as well? Right? He was, right? And what did Errol Spence say? If you really want to fight, Bob, he looked at Bob Arum and said, call Al Heyman. Let's make it happen. Quentin Evans, what's going on? Did they call Al Heyman? Did they make an offer? He told him, call Al Heyman. You know how to get in contact. You know how to make it happen. Call Al. Did Terence Crawford turn to Bob Arum and say, call Al right now? Just asking for a friend. Did he say, hey, call Al right now? You know what Bob said right there? Bob said, you should just stay away from Terence Crawford. I think it's a good idea. That's what he told Errol Spence. It's a good idea for you to stay away from Terence Crawford. Did that sound like somebody was getting ready to start negotiating? RC64, what's going on? RC64. He said Bud called out Errol Spence to his face and it's on tape. He had the red hoodie on. That's exactly what I'm talking about. I'm talking about that as we speak. Right? So that's what I'm talking about. So answer the question. Did Bob Arum seem like he was ready to negotiate? Sam Scott said stop. Why are you telling me to stop? Did you not see this is what I'm talking about? Did you watch what I'm watching? Did we watch the same thing? You brought it up. Why are you telling me to stop? What you mean stop? That's on tape. You can't erase like what he said. You can't erase what we was on Above the Rim. What Flip say on Above the Rim? They can't erase who he was. You can't erase on tape. Bob Arum told Errol Spence, you should just stay away from Terence Crawford. And Errol said, if you really want to make the fight happen, call Bob. Did you call Bob? I ain't never heard that you called Bob. Didn't he say that to Bob? I mean, did you call Al? He said that to Bob Arum's face. He said because Spence could call Al himself. Why would Spence call Al Heyman? To say what? Okay, that's a good one. I like that, right? So you said Spence called Al Heyman himself, right? So Spence called Al and tell Al to make the fight. So that means that Errol Spence is the A side, right? You want to play this game? I could do this all day. So that means Errol Spence is the A side, right? Yes or no? DJ, my brother in the super chat, he said the fact is EJ Spence called in the barbershop conversation and said he spoke to Bud 3 times and they knew nothing about how to make the fight. This is a fact because, again, Errol Spence told him to call Al, but now everybody's saying he should call Al, right? Jesse R, what's going on? So, okay, Big Truck Trap Star, my brother, what's going on? So now he calls Al Heyman, and Al Heyman said, okay, let's make the fight happen. When he calls Al Heyman and says, let's make the fight happen, then that means he's the A side. So that means he's well in his right to say 60-40. Because, see, y'all want him to do all the heavy lifting. Yo, my brother Galvatron in the building. Y'all want him to do all the heavy lifting, but then he's doing all the heavy lifting, but then once he gets to the destination, you want him to share the pot equally. He says, at the time, it could have been 40-40, winner gets 20. Good. I'm glad you said that as well. Because Bob Arum was on my brother Fred, barbershop conversations with my brother Fred and DB. And Bob Arum says, that's not realistic. Who does that? Who does a 40-40 and the winner gets 20%? That's never happened and won't have ever happened. Oh, that's his own promoter that said that. Sam Scott. So why are you saying something that his own promoter don't even think is realistic? See, we got to deal with facts over feeling. Carl Brown, my brother in the super chat. I remember Spence telling Bob, you got to call Al. You got Al number. Yeah, that's what he told him. That's what he told him. See, y'all want him to do all the heavy lifting. But when he gets to the destination, then you want him to share the pot equally. No, it don't work that way, man. It don't work that way. So if you want him to call Al, you want him to do all the big pay-per-views and fight the best fighters, okay, so when he get there and say 60-40, you got to expect Terence Crawford to accept it. That's just how it works. Steve J, my brother in the super chat, in the video, someone on EJ team said, Bob, when can they get in the ring? About 9 times, and Bob never answered. That's a fact. What Bob say? Hey, he kept telling Errol Spence, man, just stay away from Crawford. What do you mean? He should have said, oh, I'm calling Al right now. No, he didn't do that. Brother Twin D in the super chat dropping that half a dub on this in the super chat. See, Blue, these are dudes I was talking about. Facts. But we gotta deal with facts over feelings. Realistic. Mr. Finesse, brother in the super chat. Blue, why is it everyone else in the welterweight division has fought each other round robin style, but there's always a reason Bud don't have a fight? Nobody. This is what I'm saying. This is why we have to say, bro, there's no way he can re-sign with Top Rank. He does that. He don't want the fights. That's what it boils down to. But we got my brother, Kurt Anderson, a.k.a. Kurt Sugar, a.k.a. the historian, a.k.a. my brother, my co-host. What's goody with you, Kurt?
Blue, what's going on, my bro? How you doing today? What's up, chat, a.k.a. the family? How's everybody doing on this Monday evening?
Oh, man, doing great, Kurt. Doing great, man. Kurt, I was talking about this, right? Big Block, what's going on? Henry Cosby 30, what's going on? I was saying this, right, Kurt? I wanted to talk about this today because you see the Ring Magazine over the weekend. They put the Ring Magazine belt on the line now, right? Mo your source, what's going on? And on top of it, the WBA, Kurt, is going back to the table to do another. They're going to take another vote to reinstate Manny Pacquiao. I said it's 90, 10. If they're going to go back to the table, that means they already got it in their mind to reinstate him. So, and the fact that the Ring Magazine puts the belt on the line tells us that they putting pressure on the WBA to put the belt back on the line. And this is going to put a lot of pressure on Terence Crawford. Well, what's your thoughts of this, Kurt? What's your thoughts about the WBA going back to the table to take another vote? What you think the outcome is going to be?
Manny will be reinstated. I'll be surprised if he don't because his name carries weight. I'm surprised that they was thinking about Ugas being champion again, but I was kind of surprised because in a fight of this magnitude, it would look real good if Manny was the champion and Earl was the champion and it'd be unified. This fight is like really big. It's only going to get bigger, so I could see them, reinstating Manny Pacquiao as the WBA champion. I'm not surprised. The sanctioned bodies can do what they want. And Ugas is going to fight on the undercard, get a nice payday for the inconvenience. And the way I see it, Manny will be WBA champion when he fights Spence when they enter the ring on August 21st.
Mm-hmm. Jack T, brother in Super Chat. Spence told Bob and Bud to their face that they were already given the amount he wanted to make it happen. They said absolutely nothing. That's a fact. Facts. Benjamin Harrington, what's going on? So, Kurt, the fact that they even going back to the table, Kurt, doesn't that just tell us that we already know the decision?
Like you said, 90, 10, 95, 5, that Manny will be WBA champion. Before I go on, I'd like to thank Carolina Ryder for that cash app. The big C and the big E. The big C is Carolina Ryder. And thank you, man. I really appreciate it, man. It's a blessing to share my knowledge with the family when we talk boxing. Thank you very much, Carolina Ryder. Go ahead, Blue.
Yeah, Joe Davis 2310. What's going on, great brother? Carl Brown and brother back in the super chat. I remember Spence saying 60-40 and Bud got mad. And his next interview was I'm not looking for the Spence fight no more, like always. Yeah, that's what he said. And then when it said 50-50, he said that fight is in my rearview mirror. I mean, so I said this, right, Kurt? I said, Maccabi Chirac, what's going on? I said this, Kurt. Poke the bear, what's going on? Because Errol Spence wins this fight, Kurt. And this is what I said, Kurt. We never seen Manny Pacquiao walk down and stopped. We seen him knocked out, counterpunched by Marquez. We saw him, outboxed. We know early in his career he was knocked out twice to the body, right? So he's lost in every which manner possible, except just outright just being stopped. Somebody just coming in the ring, just face to face and stopping him. We've never seen that, right? So if Errol Spence was to do that, win these 3 belts and the Ring magazine. And Curry, correct me if I'm wrong. Him winning these 3 belts in the ring, doesn't that make him the lineal champ?
It depends. I got to go back and check because it's the man who beat the man who beat the man. It's like a pipeline. I got to see who was the lineal champ, but I believe Pac-Man before was the lineal champ. But I got to check that just to be 100% correct. I'm not just going to answer it. So I got to
Right.
go back and check the lineage. The lineage can be very difficult. So you got to trace who was the last man to hold that title.
Right. And because I'm like, who was it?
I,
Because
be- I believe it was. I got to see. I got to go back and trace years because I forgot all about lineal title, man. It used to mean a lot to me. I used to know who the fighters was that was lineal champion, and that's my favorite division. So now I got some homework to do. I'm gonna go back and trace who was lineal champion.
because I remember Zab had it. Zab was the lineal champion.
I remember that right.
So who beat Zab?
I believe Carlos Baldomir.
And so nobody's, because then Floyd beat him.
Right. I believe Carlos Baldomir beat Zab, and it was. I don't even know, to be honest with you. I gotta trace it from
Yeah,
that point because
yeah,
Zab definitely had it.
right. Zab had it, and he lost to Baltimore. Then Floyd beat Baltimore, and then Floyd never lost.
But I believe, didn't he retire?
He
I gotta trace it, man, because I forgot. I believe Manny was the last lineal champion when he
right,
beat Tim Bradley. I'm trying to remember.
man. So Floyd retired, right?
I
So
believe Manny was lineal champ. I'm quite sure he was. I'm quite sure.
so that would make it Terence Crawford then, right? Because then Jeff Horn beat Pacquiao, and then Crawford beat Jeff Horn.
Uh, Let me see.
Yeah, we
I
got
gotta trace it. I gotta
yeah,
trace it.
yeah.
I'm going back now, but let me say this about Errol Spence. I can't believe the disrespect. If Earl knocks him out or dominates him, the first thing they're going to say is he beat the old Manny Pacquiao. Earl is not going to get full credit. But I tell people, like the people I talk to, and they say, man, if Manny was in his prime, but see, I'm not sure if Manny beats Earl in his prime. I'm not sure. I'm not
Me neither.
sure. Earl is a tough out. Let me tell you something. Marquez, Pacquiao, and even Floyd, it would not be an easy walk in the park if they was in the ring with a young Terence Crawford or a young Errol Spence.
Right.
It would not be a walk in the park because what they possess in the ring, they have all the tools to beat them fighters. Floyd will just know how to win. But Marquez and Pacquiao as welterweights fighting Crawford and Spence, I don't know. I
Mhm.
really, really, really don't know because they both got lapses on defense. Not Earl and Terence, but Marquez and Pacquiao. So I'm not sure. And my friends be kind of surprised when I say that. I just get the feeling that Pacquiao is a great fighter,
Mhm.
ambassador of the sport. I love watching him. But I think I get the feeling that they kind of overrate him, like he was unstoppable. And I was like, was he really, really better than Marquez? You could make that a boxing purist like us. We could make that case. Now Marquez emphatically shut the door on the last fight. All 3 fights was close,
Mhm.
but that's not taken away from Marquez or Pacquiao. But Pacquiao and his prime against Earl Spence is not an easy fight for Manny. It's a
Nope.
very difficult one. Earl will get him problems no matter when he fought him. But if Earl dominates him, he's not going to get full credit. But it's good for business if WBA belts on the line, and it's good to always have a legend on your record. So if he beats Manny and wins impressively, or just beat him, then the pressure will be on Terence Crawford because now he done fought great contenders, pay-per-views, everything is just adding up. And now he can ask for 65-35, but Earl ain't gonna do that. Earl gonna be like 60-40, and that's more than fair considering the leg work he put in. And I'm a Crawford man. That's my favorite fighter, but I must tell the truth. And Crawford just sitting back and letting the days go by, and Earl, Danny and Manny back to back. That's that's not bad at all. His resume.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Marcus Williams, brother in the super chat. They wrong for playing Indian Giver though. The WBA, Kurt.
They can do what they want. That's the power of the sanctioning bodies. They can do what they want. They just made the fight more lucrative by saying Manny. Well, we don't know yet, but it looks like Manny will be champion Earl too. I would be like, hey, make the fight more lucrative. The fight going to do good numbers, man, because you got Manny Pacquiao fans and talking smack about Earl, and they're going to use his head as Bobby doll and this and that. And I'm like, okay, we'll see August 21st, because see, Manny don't have the advantage being the southpaw. Earl is a bigger, stronger southpaw, and that right there is going to be telling. Manny's not going to have that advantage, man. And Manny was, come on, let's be honest. Manny was never hard to hit. He's quick and all that, but his offense is his defense. Manny is very easy to hit, and I
Mm-hmm.
think Earl is going to hit him, and Earl is going to put pressure on him. Earl is going to fight aggressive, but he has to be smart, which he has a good head on his shoulders. So, he just has to go into the fight saying it's going to be a very difficult one. Every fighter should train like that, like the world's going to end. And that's what I expect. I've seen him working out. He's already in shape and, ready to go, man. If Manny makes it competitive, I'll take my hat off to Manny. If Manny beats him, it's like, wow, we thought he was great. He was better than great. You just never know, but Earl has to be ready. I just don't see it because I'm looking at Manny Pacquiao in the second half of the Thurman fight. If that Spence in there, he gets beat
He
he
gets.
gets bludgeoned.
I think he gets stopped.
Yeah, because he was getting hit a lot, and Thurman is nowhere near Earl. So I think they kind of underestimate Earl, which is a big mistake on their part.
Mm-hmm. Demetrius Bright, brother in the super chat. Blue Blood Kurt. What do y'all think about Eddie Hearn saying that Crawford is a measuring stick for failure among active fighters? Your thoughts? Yeah, I saw that, man. We get to that in 1 second. Let me just get to all the super chats before they disappear. Poke the Bear Boxing, brother in the super chat. He said, I'm concerned that Bud's ego and pride won't allow him to take the B side. Who's going to tell him that his team is failing him? Yeah, that's a problem. See that you got people on your team and they're not dealing with facts over feelings. They're not keeping it a hundo with you. Got to keep it a hundo, right? That's what must happen. Let me get to these other super chats. NTMT Morris, brother in the super chat. Vacant since 2016. Can't beat Crawford. Oh, he said that. He said the lineal has been vacant since 2016. Jack T in the super chat. The lineal line was cut. Has to be restarted. Okay. We got Demetrius Bright in the super chat once again. He said Floyd was the last lineal champion. It's been open for 7 years. So hold on. I think we got one more super chat. If I'm not mistaken. Nope, that's it. So we're gonna talk about that, Kurt. How do you restart the lineage? But before we get to that, let's get to brother Demetrius Bright about what Eddie Hearn said. Eddie Hearn stated that if Jamal Charlo stays on his path, hold on 1 second, Kurt. The brother said that he stated that Eddie Hearn said that if Jamal Charlo stay on the path, he's going to be Terence Crawford all over again, and Terence Crawford needs to essentially take control of his reins it's upsetting what's taking place with Terence Crawford. Not getting the big fights. What's your thoughts on that, Kurt?
Yeah, well, I mean, Terence Crawford, accomplished a lot, 3-weight division champion. But we're talking now, what have you done for me lately? That's what kind of world we live in. And a fighter of his talent and skill level should be having legacy fights. Where Eddie Hearn, I saw that. Eddie Hearn saying that. Eddie Hearn basically telling him, hey, Terrence, you should come over by me. We can do something with you. Basically, he can't say too much. It might be tampering, but, because it's still in the contract. But that's basically what he was trying to say. That's what I get when he said that, Hearn. Uh, uh, Terrence Crawford been mismanaged to the point where it's almost criminal, man. A guy that can fight like that hasn't had a legacy defining fight. So now we're going to have to wait to see in October, 23rd, what's going to happen. I mean, he's in great shape. So he has maybe 2 or 3 more good years. Terence Crawford's what, 33, 34? Yeah, I think he's like, what, 34 maybe? He'll be 34. So we're going to have to see, man, in October, if he's going to resign or not. If he resigns, then that's it, man. That's it. Now I go in the chat until Blue come back. Let me see what's going on. 817 Boxer said Manny is going to sleep. Willem Kruger said, yeah, they got Spence totally effed up. Stanley Field said Pacquiao will land some shots, but I think Spence wears him down. Fly Knight says turning 34. Yeah, okay, I thought so. Thanks. Devin Booker said, Bud Justice League was coming. I hope he get that legacy to find a fight. If he lose, people will, even though if he loses, people will respect him because Bud can beat anybody, including Spence. And that's this goes to show you Terence Crawford. If Manny was fighting Terence Crawford, it would be even more, it would be Terence Crawford because of the style. Oh, Blue is back, people.
Yeah, man, my neighbor turned the speaker on. Son, he put it. Okay. Son, he put a speaker on right next. I ask him all the time. At this time, could he just, like they have a lot of parties. So at these times, I ask him just, work with me. Man, he turned it on. I don't know if y'all could hear it, man, but it was like, bro, come on, man. I just had to dart across the street real quick. Jonathan Simon, my brother in Super Chat. What's up, Blue and Kurt? Hope y'all fourth was good. Spence and Bud should have fought after their first title defenses and been unified. Yeah. Stanley Fields, brother in Super Chat. There are really guys saying EJ doesn't hit hard. Thoughts? Oh yeah. I wanted to ask you about that, Kurt. So did you see it was oh man, Nonito Donier's father and a few other people. They saying that Errol Spence don't hit hard. He picked Manny Pacquiao to knock Spence out, Kurt, in the 6x6. Yeah. What's your thoughts on that, Kurt?
Well, he's being biased, countryman and his countrymen. So I can understand that, but that's capping. Spence is hard. I mean, having one punch knockout power is an anomaly. That's something you got to been born with. Like, ain't too many Deontay Wilders and Tank Davises out there. They just got special power. Spence has to put them together. He'll put some hurt on you. I mean, just take a look at Danny Garcia's face. Nobody beat Danny Garcia like that, and looked like he was mugged or something. The way his face looked. Look what he did to Lamont Peterson. He battered and bruised Lamont Peterson. So when you could do that to a guy, you hit hard enough, man. I mean, 27-0 with 21 knockouts. That's hitting hard to me. So he knocked out Brook. So he just capping. He wishing Pacquiao would knock Spence out in 6, and he just threw the number out there. That's where he wanted to go. But the tenor of the fight is not going to go like that. If there's a knockout, it will be Spence knocking out Manny.
Yeah. Brooklyn Kennedy, brother in Super Chat. Floyd beat Zab for the IBF when Zab lost to Baltimore. He didn't pay the fee, so Zab kept the IBF. Then Floyd beat Baltimore. Oscar hadn't then retired. Oh, so he's talking about, salute to Brooklyn Kennedy. He's talking about the lineal, Kurt.
Y'all figure somewhere around there because Floyd was never undisputed, not because he ducked people. Floyd was never undisputed, and he's the drop belts because they used to charge him $1.1 million for sanctioning fees because he made so much money. So the sanctioning fees, he was like, "Well, I'll pay over $1 million. I could just drop the belt and live off my name and pick up another belt." So, lineage got murky, but once they say the lineal belt is vacant and this is for the lineal welterweight title, then the lineal will be back in place. But right now, I mean, lineal used to mean something. It don't really mean anything. The ring belt meant something. The lineal belt meant something. It don't really mean too much. Undisputed still means something. Charlo fighting next Saturday for it, but lineal don't. It kind of lost its luster. It really meant something back in the day. Like
Yeah,
when somebody was lineal, it carried weight.
yeah, you know why, Kurt? Too many belts now.
Mm-hmm.
And Kurt, hold on. Dr. Crucial brother in the super chat. Much love to you, great brother. We appreciate you. Mr. T King Texas brother in the super chat. He said, strap season. Big Fish, the champ, the king. Salute to my brother, Mr. Texas, Mr. T King Texas. Kurt, let me ask you a question. Why didn't they just create? We got a Ring magazine belt. Why wasn't official make a lineal belt? The special belt for the lineal.
I have no idea. They should have done that. Let me just say, Henry Armstrong, when he was featherweight, welterweight, and lightweight champion at the same time, he was lineal champion in all three divisions. That was for the lineal belts too. So, that's quite a feat. But they should have made a belt for that. You would think,
Right.
lineal belt, but I don't know, man. Boxing, they're all over the place.
Yeah, and it should be a special belt, like the ring belt. Like the ring belt is like a, it's like a trophy belt. It's not it should be something like lineal. It should be a diamond belt, something special. You know what I mean, Kurt?
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. I agree.
And not 10,000 lineal intercontinental. No, just a lineal belt like the Ring magazine belt. Just a special belt. It's like a trophy. It marks you the lineal champion. And you think, Kurt, it shouldn't hurt much because it's only one. You know what I mean? It ain't gonna be too many lineal champions in weight classes.
Yeah, I mean the loser gets medals now. I said medals.
Right.
I'll be seeing people get the loser get medals.
Yeah, that's what I don't. Twin D brother in the super chat dropping that. Dub on us in the super chat. Curtain Blue. A couple of weeks ago, I said that based on the way Maul is moving, he'd find a reason to not take the Canelo fight. Now, based on him turning down the Jacobs fight, he'll find a way to avoid Canelo. Watch.
Mm.
Yeah, Kurt. The fact that I was like, oh man, that hurt, Kurt. I was so deflated when you turned down Danny Jacobs to fight Montiel. And then Kurt, this is my thing. Because I know people are gonna say, well, it's business and this thing. No. At some point in time, Kurt, you have to take the reins of control of your own career. At some point in time, man. We can't be stomping around and puffing our chests out talking about you call the shots, you the big dog, and you a boss and you all these things. But you're not doing that. If that is the case, right? Then you should at some point in time, yes, understand that you have to follow your advisor, for sure. But what did Mikey Garcia do, Kurt? When what Al Heyman said, Mikey Garcia kept coming to his office and saying, "I want the Errol Spence fight." Until the point where Errol Spence said, "Man, make the fight." Remember, Earl said that when Al first called him, it was like he thought he was joking. Remember that, Kurt?
Yep, I remember. He kept begging Al, and then they was at a fight, and they was interviewing Mikey. He said, "The man I want to fight is sitting in the front." I'm like, "Oh, Earl, you got to fight him now." And Earl was like, "You know what, Al? Make the fight." And the fight was made.
And that's what I'm saying, Kurt. So if you, yeah, I'm not saying you have to, Al obviously he's a brilliant business mind for sure. But at some point in time, oh, we got Montiel. No, bro. I got Danny Jacobs on the table. I need this fight. There's no such thing. Brooklyn Kennedy, brother, back in the super chat. Honestly, none of the belts mean anything if Tank just fought for the WBA and Josh Taylor is supposed to be the undisputed. Then what does these titles even mean? Hey, Kurt, and a shout out to Brooklyn Kennedy. I'm glad you just said that, Brooklyn Kennedy, because did you see the rankings came out and they have Tank Davis ahead of Josh Taylor? Josh Taylor ain't happy.
No, that's strictly star power because Tank is one of the hottest fighters. That's how it works in boxing. Personality, star power. Josh Taylor is a victim of star power. His name doesn't carry weight. Even he's undisputed. His name doesn't carry weight like Tank. Tank is now a star, and that overrides his being undisputed. I got Taylor at number one. It's not even hard, but I understand where that comes from. Tank is a star, and if he keeps winning, he will be a bigger star. The more he wins with this Barrios fight, it put him on a level where he would have to do something stupid, get in trouble again to mess up his momentum. He has a lot of momentum going for him right now, more than any fighter in boxing. Santa Cruz knockout in December, Barrios knockout, fighting in Atlanta. Things are really lining up for him and Earl. And if Wilder wins July 24th, you could throw his name in there. Canelo. These fighters have momentum. Jermell, if he wins next Saturday, especially he knocks Castano out, he'll be undisputed. So it's a lot of star power that's on Tank's side. So I think that had a lot to do with it.
Mm-hmm. No one, J Pitt City, brother in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on this in the super chat. The problem with lineal ring championship only come once that person leaves the division or retires. They're still important. Beating the man that beats the man that beats the man is still matters. Yeah, I agree. It's just that it got watered down because it's confusion. Like we don't even know. For me and Kurt to have to really churn our brains to find out that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. It shouldn't be that hard to trace who's the lineal champion. But because we have you got these interim titles and silver and diamond, it just gets confusing. Like, oh, you forget who's who. You just start to forget who's who. Yeah, True Jackson. Too many tools in the toolbox. Share Mallah, brother in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on us in the super chat. Much love to you, great brother. You see what I'm saying, Kurt? Like, man, I wish they would just hey, smash the like button, man. We should have 1.3K. Get the likes to 1.3K. Smash the like button, peoples. Get the likes up to 1.3K. Smash the like button. Come on, we should have 1.3 likes. Get the likes all the way up. As a matter of fact, I don't even know how it looks like it's 1.1, but get the likes all the way up, people. Get the likes to 1.3K. Smash the like button. Jamal Stafford, what's going on, great brother? But yeah, Curry, it just gets, to me, it's like, the brother said, do y'all have your own opinion or just follow blue? What you mean by that? Just True Jackson? What you mean? L. Harper Reptiles, a rated scholar. What's going on? Everybody have their own opinion here, great brother.
Man, I guess people just don't like the program sometimes, man. They want to hear what they want to hear, and man, I mean,
Detroit raised me. What's going on, great brother? Yeah, I'm confused. I don't understand what you mean by that, great brother. Ancient Guardian Molasses in the super chat, dropping that dub on us in the super chat. Much love to you. Appreciate you. So, yeah, Kurt, that was a little confusing to me. Jose Villanueva, what's going on, great brother? Yeah, get the likes to 1.3. Smash the like button. So, yeah, Kurt, you know, that Lou memorabilia, what's going on? Anwar Willis, what's going on? You know, it just should be a little more clearer as to, you know, what's going on. You know what I mean? As far as lineal, it should be easier to track. You know what I mean? Blake Irvin, what's going on? Should be much easier to track. It shouldn't be this hard to figure out who's the lineal champion, who's the real champion in this division, who's not. It's just too much confusing. Jesse R in the super chat dropping that half a dub on us in the super chat. Salute Blue and Kurt. Salute to you, great brother. Yeah, Kurt. So let me ask you this. What did you think about Christopher Colbert's performance this past weekend?
It was good, but he did make some mistakes. He can be timed. King Tut was timing him. He seemed to take a good punch, but the guy was coming up from a smaller weight division. His right hand needs to be straight. He was throwing it too wide a lot. It needs to be straight down the pipe. It would have had more of an effect on King Tut. He's fast. He has skill. I would like to see him and Shaky Foster. King Tut was just tailor-made for Colbert. He tried to knock him out. All he had to do was go to the body. King Tut hated the body shots, and he couldn't pick up on that. I picked up on that immediately. He didn't like it to the body. When you have a guy that takes good headshots, you go to the body. He didn't like it down there. So, a couple of punches he got real lazy. He tends to lose focus sometimes. He came out with a strong jab. He has a real quick jab, but I want to see Colbert and Shaky Foster ASAP.
Woo! Love it.
I don't want to see Leo Santa Cruz. I want to see him fight somebody who has speed like him and who can box like him. That's when you know what kind of boxer you have, because King Tut can never beat Colbert or anybody like Gary Russell or Colbert. You know, he's not that kind of fighter. He's a rugged, strong fighter who got some pop, but that's it. He gonna give you effort, but that's it. His skills are limited. But Colbert and Shaky Foster is the ideal fight that I want to see.
Me too. Me too. Jack T, brother in the super chat. He said, greedy sanctioning bodies made it hard. We had no need for a WBO. Then Ring Mag tried to blend with Lineal despite coming deceased cases after Lineal titles. Yeah, man. I agree. Just too much, man. It's just over. It's just over the top, man. Interim. Why is there interim, Kurtz? Why is there supers and regulars and diamonds? And like, what are we doing here?
Yeah, man. It's just, it's ridiculous, man. All those silver and gold and like you said, man, it wasn't like that before, but this is a different day and age.
Right. Hey, Shaq, man, if you out there, if you listening, you got time, man, come jump on. Oh, Shaggy, man, Shaq, you out there, great brother. Champ, you out there, man. You listening? Jump on. I'll send you the link right now. True Jackson, brother in the super chat. He said, Blue, I respect your mind. You speak facts. You are right 99.9% of the time, Team Blue. But do you think it's easy win for Errol Spence? Nah, it's not an easy win for him. It's just the fact that you're getting so many people now that are, and don't get me wrong, it's you can pick and choose who you want. But I'm seeing a lot of the tides turning, Kurt, whereas the people are picking Manny Pacquiao. Okay, so if you're picking Manny Pacquiao, you got boxing pundits, you got fans. You saw the poll, Kurt, out of 140,000 fans that voted on the poll, who will win, Errol Spence and Manny Pacquiao, 59% of the fans chose Manny Pacquiao. That's more than half of the fans feel like Manny Pacquiao going to win. So if that's the case, and Errol Spence wins this fight, Everybody should have the same energy. Don't tell me he got old overnight. Don't tell me Father Time just tapped him on the shoulder suddenly. Don't tell me, he was just too big, too strong. Manny Pacquiao had a long layoff. None of that should be relevant. It should just be Errol Spence nullified and beat Manny Pacquiao. Plain and simple. Am I right, Kurt, when I say that?
Yeah, I agree because for the simple fact, Earl, if the more emphatic Earl wins, the more excuses he's not going to get credit for the Manny Pacquiao fight. And I'll tell you another thing, Earl better watch it because if the fight is close, Manny Pacquiao being a legend, he's going to get the sentimental vote. Kind of like Sugar Ray Leonard and Marvin Hagler. I told people going into the Leonard Hagler fight, I said Hagler's fighting Leonard the fighter, and he's fighting his personality. People love a sentimental story. All the celebrities that was at that fight in '87 was yelling Sugar Ray, and Sugar Ray stole rounds, and I still thought he won 115, 113, but it made it harder for the judges not to be swayed because they're human. The sentimental vote probably will go to Manny Pacquiao because if he knocks off Spence, man, they're gonna try to catapult him past other legends, especially one Floyd Mayweather. They need him because they tried to do it with Thurman, but they would love to do it with Errol Spence. So Earl is going to have to be careful and fight smart and but aggressive because if the fight is so called close and you can boxing is so complicated that you could swing around in Manny's favor and we could be like Earl won that round. It doesn't matter. It's subjective. They will sneak that fight right into Manny Pacquiao hands, and he retire into the sunset. I'm quite sure Terence Crawford team will love it, but Earl has to watch for that too. When you fight a legend, you're fighting people's sentimental values as well.
Mm-hmm. Boss Red 357, brother in the super chat, said, Blue Kurt, did y'all see Fury face? Yeah, man. He said it was a cold sore. Did you see that, Kurt?
Yeah, I saw that.
Black eye, lips swollen. But you know what, Boss Red 357 to Tyson Fury's that happens. A lot of fighters, Kurt, I know you know this. A lot of fighters when they do in between when they training and in training camp and heading in, a lot of fighters wear makeup when they do interviews and stuff. Because a lot of fighters get hit, sparring sessions, and you know about that, right, Kurt?
Oh, absolutely. I seen a guy come in the ring with two black eyes. I say he must have had a 6-round bout in his dressing room.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, you see marks, you see swollen faces. You could tell they had a rough sparring session, and they go into the fight like that. Semi-black eyes. I've seen it a million times. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. It was just surprising when Floyd when Errol gave him that black eye and he let it be shown, remember?
Yeah. Floyd was like, you don't supposed to, I'm the star of the movie. You don't supposed to do this to me.
You gonna do this to me? Leandro Guthrie Jr., brother in Super Chat. I don't like the way they make the new titles for the fighters. They like it's meaningless. It makes a joke of boxing. It takes away from the real champ. I agree with you 1,000%. 1,000%, great brother. I agree with you 1,000%. Yeah, Star City J. It happens more than you think. That's a fact. Yeah. So Kurt, I'm gonna let you go into your segment now. It was something else I wanted to ask you before you went to your segment, man.
Phoenix and Milwaukee. I'm quite sure the NBA is happy.
Yeah. Oh no, I bet.
I'm being,
Yeah, I know. So
instead of the Lakers in Brooklyn, which has a lot of star power without anybody getting hurt, I'm glad. I'm quite sure they jumping for joy. Phoenix Suns versus Milwaukee Bucks.
Yeah, that's wow. Smash the like button. Get the likes to 1.3K. Man, Kurt, it was something else I wanted to ask you. Forgot, man. But Oshaki Foster, man, if you out there, champ, and you want to jump on, just let me know you want to jump on. We would love to have you. But go ahead, Kurt. We're gonna let you go ahead into your segment, Kurt, and just let me know when you're ready.
Yes, sir. I'm ready right now. I'm going in the chat right now as I speak. Jonathan Jonathan Simon says, Blue and Kurt, what's your thoughts about the young lightweight Rivera in Carson, California? Saturday, isn't he's big for the division? Yeah, looking like Muhammad Ali, Tito Trinidad, and Julian Jackson at the same time. I like the Ali with the trunks and his name and the haircut, man. Me and Storm was talking. I was like, I like that. He should use that. He should use it. Muhammad Ali Rivera. He should use that to promote himself. I'm all for it. I remember that Italian dude used to call himself the Italian Muhammad Ali. What's his name? He fought in the 80s. He got knocked out by Down and Curry. He had this 56-0 record with 50 knockouts, and Down and Curry went to San Remo, Italy, and knocked him out. I remember that. But anyway, let me see. DP Rocker says, shout out to Chris Paul. I'm going to watch the series, but man, I like star power in the NBA. It's a star-driven league. Demetrius Bright, the Mac versus Superfly. I like the Mac. Demetrius Bright. I watch all those movies. Raging Harlem versus Black Godfather. That's a good one. I'm going to say Black Godfather. Not by much. I enjoy all the movies, man. Candy Tangerine, man. Together Brothers. Johnny Tough. My favorite is Three the Hard Way. Truck Turner. All of them. I watched them. Tiana Scott says, I want to see CP3 get a ring. I think Phoenix in 6. Oh, it's jumped up on me. Man. Jack T. Side the Ruler says, salute, Kirk. Salute to you. Ron Robinson said, who you got, MC Light or Queen Latifah? Before I used to say Latifah, but MC Light. MC Light. Demetrius Bright said, Fisted Fury versus Three the Hard Way. Oh, I got to go with Fisted Fury. You heard about Bruce Lee, y'all? That's all I'm going to say. Check it out. Sistrunk TV said they trying to say Rivera looked like Ali. Yeah. Yeah. Let me go down. Nobody know about Bruce Lee? Did you hear about it? Allegations, major, irrefutable truth. That's the shock of the day. Jack T said, Kurt right about judges liking sentimental stories. Wilder said the same thing about Fury. That's why he restarted his mental health storyline again. Yep. J Star for Life said, who wins, Haney or Shakur? I like Haney, but that's a tough fight for both men. Jeff, the producer, said, facts, Kurt. He did look like all three. Yeah, he did. That's the funny thing about it. Devin Blocker said, at Curtis Anderson, salute, great brother. Salute to you, Devin. Ron Robinson, who you got? Tony Tucker versus Dillian White. Tony Tucker. Rican says, Queen, of course. Devin Blocker, 100. Edward Jones said, I was thinking Julia Jackson the whole time. Yeah, with the box haircut. Philip Rainey said, that's right. That right hand was mean. Gavin Washington said, my mom said Rivera looked like Cassius Clay. Yeah, he sure did. Super chat from Solomon Reddick. He says, Blue, why everyone running from each other? Oh, man, it jumped up. I hate when they do that. Why everyone is running from each other in the welterweight division? No, they've been fighting each other. It's only Crawford because of the promotional company, but he should get into the mix. Real John said, you think Shaq Foster can beat everyone at 130? He's a boxer, man. It's loads of talent. It's like an obstacle course, but I want to see Shaq Foster get into the mix. I think him and Colbert will be a great fight because Colbert would not have the athleticism advantage. That's a 50-50 fight. Now, Foster can box, man. His boxing skills can upset Colbert and the same thing. So it's who has the better game plan because they're both mirror image. They both got very sharp jabs. Justin Hawkins said Black Godfather. Arthur Hawkins Ali is Rivera's middle name. DP Rocker, the Mac. I love the Mac, man. Think I'm a truck star? I can't read that. OMC says Iran Barkley versus Kovalev. That's a good fight. I think the toughness of Barkley will give Kovalev problems, man. Barkley could punch. You know, Tommy Hearns, so yeah, he could punch. Sheldon Holmes said Curtis Anderson, salute thoughts on Oshaki Foster versus Colbert and Morrow Jr. versus Belanga. Well, Foster and Colbert just broke down. That's a good fight. That'd be a scientific boxing match because they can transition from offense to defense. I think Foster's defense is a little better than Colbert's. Colbert can be timed, but nonetheless, that's a real good fight. I would love to see that fight. With Morrow Jr. and Berlanga, Morrow is the boxer who can bang, and Berlanga is the banger who can bang. I like Berlanga right now. I want to see Morrow with some more fights because he don't got a lot of fights. Ron Robinson said, "Who you got? Marvin Gaye or Sam Cooke?" Well, Marvin Gaye is one of my favorite artists, so I'm being biased. Sam Cooke is the better singer, but Marvin Gaye makes better music. The Trouble Man album is one of my favorite soundtracks. Carlo Cagina says Keith Thurman repeat. Capone says Rigondeaux versus Nui. Who you got? Right at this stage? Nui. I think he'd be too strong for Rigondeaux. Rigondeaux get hit, he slowed down. Cause remember that war he was in where he was getting hit. Right now, the way Anui's fighting, he got a lot of. He's a hot fighter too, so I can throw him in there. You know, he got a lot of momentum, man. Good 74 said reservations for my beautiful black queen. Peace and blessings to Blue and Kirk Sports TV. Stay safe, kings and queen. I'm out. Have a good night, good 74. Luciano Dadon said Fist of Fury, 3 the hard way. Fire though. Absolutely. Carl Brown said, Kurt, salute, big bro. Salute to you, Carl Brown. OMC said, what happened? King Bill said, Fury face messed up. Terry Smoot Jr. said, Curtis Anderson, Mr. T versus Fury. Who wins? Better get that look off your face before I knock it off. That's right, Creed. Jump, Creed. Jump. Mr. T, one of the best characters in the boxing movie, man. Jay Starlight said, what do you think about Rivera? I like him. I like him. I like him and Matias. Those fighters really came out of nowhere. Christopher Johnson said, what happened to Bruce Lee? Do I have the link? Look it up, man. I don't want to say on here, man. I was like, wow. He got letters. Irrefutable truth, man. His handwriting. Bruce Lee. His handwriting. Love him down. Ganther said, yeah, somebody got rid of Bruce Lee, man. It all makes sense now. Kirk, you remember that case, Bump City beat? Yeah, man, that was a really good friend of mine, man. Gavin Washington Tank said he back in October. Yeah, I like that. Staying busy. I won't be surprised if you don't fight Ryan Garcia. I know he's gonna fight. He's gonna fight Isaac Pitbull Cruz. Watch. Muktang Luke Channel said Bruce Lee died. We have a super chat, Blackwater Boxing. I like that name. I like that name. Salute, Kirk. How good is Boots in this? Boots is real good because he has natural talent. It seems like it's God-given ability. Everything just flows easy. It comes easy for him. If he gets any better, then everybody's in trouble. I think he has the highest skill set right now. Right now. Greenhawk Durham says, I agree, Kirk. Eric Williams said, the historian, salute to you, Eric. Devin Booker, yo, Kirk, what happened? Or can we see Bruce Lee article? Yeah, look up, put in, it's a link. They took it down. Bruce Lee controversy. Put that in. Man, I grew up with Bruce Lee. I'm shocked. He wasn't a saint. I'll tell you that much. Sistrong TV said, Kirk, do you think Tupac is still alive in Cuba with Aunt Asada Shakur? She bought my way in East Orange when she had that incident with the cops in the early '70s on the New Jersey Turnpike Parkway. I live right off the Parkway. No, I think Tupac is dead, bro. I think he's dead. Brian Corbin said, Mr. T, he pity the fool. Ron Robbins said, do you got the silvers or the barge? Oh man, that's a good one, Ron. Hotline, chat, chat. Talking on a hotline. I like the barge, but I love Foster Silvers was so talented. He had that song Misdemeanor. Everybody thought it was Michael Jackson. I love that song, man. That song kept the Jacksons on their toes, man. When they first heard that, I like the barge though. I wish I could sing. Love me in a special way. What more can I say? Yeah. Salahuddin say, hey, Kirk, Ugas, Porter, Daniel, Thurman need to fight Boots. Yeah, they ain't gonna fight him though. Low reward, high risk, low reward. Laurel Chandler said, what about Bruce Lee? Wah! Put in Bruce Lee controversy. Tiana Scott said, Kirk, do you think Fury will have a chance to beat Tommy Morrison? Yeah, because Tommy, his size and his boxing ability, Tommy can't. Tommy was real chinny, man. You hit Tommy once, man. He start dancing like he on Broadway or something. Demetrius Bright said Michael Myers versus Freddy Krueger. Freddy Krueger got powers. Michael Myers is indestructible. Freddy Krueger got these weird powers. I think that's Moktang. Laurel Channel said yes. Morrison doesn't have a chin. No, he don't. Jamar Stafford said, Kirk, how nice was Sweet P Prime for Prime? How does it play out against Floyd? Oh, Pernell was special, man. You'll never see another Pernell Whitaker. Uh, him and Floyd used to spar. You know, Floyd was real young. He mentored Floyd, him and Frankie Randall. Floyd would beat him, but it would be a boring fight. They wouldn't hit each other. They too good defensively. They too good defensively. It would be a boring fight, like Winky Wright and Bernard Hopkins was. But I see Floyd winning a unanimous decision. Marcus Thompson said Earl calling out Bud, so the judges will give him a decision in close pack fight, so people can see Spence versus Crawford. It's not going to happen because Pac going to win. Okay, we'll see. Demetrius Bright said Poltergeist and Annabella. Poltergeist. It's a classic. Edward Jones said, why don't we have a Julius Jackson, Mike McCollum, or McClellan, Breland of this time? One punch phenoms. Yeah, they were, man. McClellan and Jackson, man, and Julius. It's just, you got to be born with that. Tank and Wilder can punch. Newey can punch, too. He can punch. You know, devastating hook to the body. You got good punchers, but those guys are devastating punchers. Not many around like the Tysons and the Shavers and the Foremans and the Tommy Hearns. DP Rocker said Freddy Krueger was a Carl Brown. How far you think Cherry Picker will take Crawford before an upset happen? Well, Terence Crawford he's just in a bad situation. That's all, you know, and he needs legacy fights. Upsets can happen at any time. That's what boxing. But Terence is always tuned in. One punch on the chin can change all that. But I don't see. I hope he goes undefeated until he meets Spence. I want both of them to be undefeated when they meet up. PMD says, salute Kirk. I watched a couple of episodes of The Kings on Showtime. I never knew Sugar Ray was one of the few athletes to be the forefront of commercial endorsement deals. Yeah, he had that Franklin Sports early on. He had the 7-Up commercial. He was a huge star, man. Huge star. He was a mini Ali. True Jackson said, Blue Day. I can't see that. Blockchain, Yo Money, putting people on block is childish. We're going to take them off that. They blocked Yo Money. Okay. Thanks a lot, True Jackson. Demetrius Bright said, Pretty Tony versus Don Juan. Pretty Tony. Sit you before I make change. Dick Anthony Williams was the actor. Ron Robinson said, so you got Angela Winbush? Oh, I love Angela. I used to have a crush on Angela Winbush Your smile. Yeah, Renee Angela had that classic album, A Street Called Desire. Ron Robinson said, so you got Angela Winbush Angel or Anita Baker Angel? Anita Baker. Anita Baker. I had to pick against my baby. Marcus Thompson said, ain't nobody beating Bud. Brian Corbett says, it's crazy to see how they, uh, what's that, hate Bud. Yeah, I'm a Bud fan, man. I just don't like the situation. D. Haven Alexander said, coffee. Talk about with Pam Grier? Absolutely. I think you talk about that coffee. Brian Corbett said, Bud 34. MA said, what's good, Kirk? Thoughts on Cambosis? Can he upset Teofimo? An upset is always waiting to happen. You're always going to get that shocking upset. That's why I love boxing. I think Teofimo is going to get past Cambosis, man, but you never know. Cambosis seems to be ready. Edward Jones says, Keith Thurman, a letdown, or did he do enough for Hall of Fame? No. Well, he might get in there. The Hall of Fame ain't what it used to be. Eric Williams said Tito Trinidad versus Jamel Charlo at 154. Who you got, Kurt? I like Trinidad. True Jackson said Blue, be back with money support, but blocking people not cool. I'll tell Blue. Brian Corbett said not enough power for Tio. Yeah, that's going to hinder him. Brian Corbett said Kurt, Demetrius Bright, Sheila Frazier versus Cleopatra Jones. Oh, Tamara Dobson. That's probably my first crush. Cleopatra Jones. Cleopatra Jones. Absolutely. She was 6 feet tall. She was a supermodel. Yeah, Cleopatra Jones, Tamara Dobson. Her, Christy Love, which was Teresa Gray, looked just like Whitney Houston. Like twins. Who else? Judy Pace, Annabella Chase, Sheila Frazier, Gloria Hendry, all of them, man. Yes, indeed. I know them like nothing. They burned into my soul. Arthur Hawkins said, Sugar, a Planet versus Hawk from Ohio. Sugar. A17 boxer, Kirk. The 70s versus the 80s. Woo. That's a hard one. I was young in the 70s, but that was my childhood, man. It was we was unified as people. 80s was wild. Man, I can tell you. Oh, that's tough. 80s because I was a little older, but no 70s. I'm going 70s, man, because it shaped me as a kid. The music, the cookouts, my mother's cooking, watching, fights when I was a kid, 7 years old, going to my first fight, Foreman versus Ali at the Capitol. No, Fabian Movie Theater in Patterson, New Jersey, man, with my father. That was in 1974. I was a 7-year-old kid, man. Devin Blocker says that I think Cambosis can pull off an upset. You better have a great chin. Sistruck TV said, Mr. T voice, hey, pretty lady, let me show you what a real man is. Yeah, Mr. T was a character. Arthur Hawkins said Sugar Ray Leonard versus the Hawk at 140. But they probably would have fought at 147. Sugar Ray Leonard knocks out Aaron Pryor in 8. Aaron was a little too reckless for Sugar Ray Leonard. Jamel Martin said, should Bud be taken off the top 10 pound for pound? No. Demetrius Bright said Rocky 3 versus Penitentiary. I just saw Penitentiary. Made me laugh. I'm going to have to go Rocky 3, but Penitentiary is close, man. When he had the shaving cream on his face and made, Mr. Goodbar, I'll bust you, my stuff. Yeah. Half dead. This is half dead. Yeah. Hilarious, man. I'll laugh and laugh and laugh. My wife looked at me, what you laughing at? This is a prison movie. It ain't funny. I'm like, yes, it is. To me, it is. This is half dead. You my stuff. Yeah. Jay Starlight said, who do you think is the most exciting young fighter is right now? Well, Virgil Ortiz is exciting. Jerron Ennis is exciting because his style is flashy. It's them two right now. I like Casemiro. I don't know how old Casemiro is though. Brandon Figueroa. Jonathan Simon said, Kirk, in your opinion, who was the best ever at 154? Oh, Tommy Hearns. Not even close. Thomas the Hitman Hearns was almost unbeatable at 154. Knocked out the Rand at 154. He was great at 154. Brian Corbett says, Too Sweet beats by boy. Too Sweet couldn't save his life, but he thought he can beat Sugar Ray Leonard in a real fight. He wanted to fight Sugar Ray Leonard in an exhibition. Marcus Thompson said, Ray ran from Pryor. That's not really true, Marcus. That's not really true. I'll break it down another time though, for real. They was gonna fight. They signed the fight, but Leonard had to retire because of the detached retina. Ron Robinson said, "Who you got, Delphonics or the Dramatic?" Yeah, Ron be coming with heat. Delphonics. I want to go outside in the rain. That's Dramatic. Man, I wish I could sing. I can't. I can't sing or dance, but I love music. Martial Law said, "My guy Blue." Christopher Johnson said, "Shane versus Tank at 130." Shane. Edward Jones said, "I went back. It would be at 135. I went back and watched a few of Progress fight. I think Tank beats him now." Mm-hmm. A17 box said Boots is the number 2 welterweight in the division. Marcus Thompson said Mosley beats Tank at 130. Star City J, Fire. Demetrius Bryce said Dynasty versus Dallas. Dynasty. Blackwater Boxer said, I agree, Boots is top 3. Philip Gundry said, kind of hard to look up if we don't know what to look for. Yeah. Basketball Planet said Bud beats Boots. That's a tough fight for Boots right now. I mean, for Bud right now. Jack T said, I love Bruce Lee. Yeah, me too, man. I'm a huge Bruce Lee fan. Jermaine Robinson said, Boots not beating Russell. Yeah, I think he's going to beat him now. Russell will stand in front of him. I think Boots got a lot better. MN say, Devin Block, I'm tired of Teofimo, 817 boxing. Boots beats the heck out of Bud. Ron Robinson said, oh, you got Chubb Rock or Heavy D? I love Heavy, but I go with Chubb Rock. I love that first album, and the winner is. Marcus Thompson said, Bruce Lee reincarnated into Pac-Man. Green Hawk. Bruce Lee loved Muhammad Ali. Green Hawk Durham said he's a study Muhammad Ali. He really does. 817 Boxer said that was the amateur levels. Yeah, that's true. 817. Jermaine says, hey Kirk, do you like spaghetti or chili? Spaghetti. I just had some. My wife cooked lasagna. I love Italian food. I like chili too, but I love spaghetti, especially the way my wife cooks it. We have a super chat for Demetrius Bright. Appreciate the input, dedication, Kirk. Yeah, I appreciate it, man. I love doing this, man. I wasn't going to do it today, but how can I, not, you know? Barry Connor said Keith would put up a great fight with Bud. Yeah, because he athletic until he get caught, especially to the body. And I think Bud takes him out. Edward Jones said Osley Brothers versus Temptation. Osley Brothers. Osley Brothers. I love they sound, man. Make me say again, girl. Oh man. The Isley brother got that sound, man. That smooth, silky sound. Carl Brown said Prime Mike Tyson versus Tour Mike Tyson. Beats by 5 said how many pay-per-view buys makes a superstar in this era? Good question. Good question. I would say the climate's changed. I would say 300,000. You do that on a regular basis. Excuse me. You doing something. Triple X said, excuse me. It's that lasagna. Mike McCollum versus Hagler. Hagler. Rican, I think Rican Rabbit. Who was that? Rican says Isley. Wu-Tang Lara Chandler said Aaron Pryor versus Manny Pacquiao. That's a tough fight, man. They both going down. I like Pryor when he bounces on his toes. That's when the fight change. But if he stand in front of Manny, I like Manny. But Aaron Pryor bounces on the toe and start boxing. Pryor. Sistrunk said when Keith Thurman gets rocked to starts jumping around like Shawn Michaels when he about to do super kick. Oh man. Let me see. Eric Williams said, "Say Kirk, do you know anybody from the E-Port posse from Elizabeth?" No, I didn't. Nope. Elizabeth, New Jersey, home of Kyrie Irving. Well, he played high school here. Uh, Tony T said, "Ain't no one worried about Boost right now. Stop making DuckTales when he just started. Just started. He got like what 27 fights. He just knocked out Lipinez, who knocked Lamont Peterson into next week, and Mikey had a hard time with him. No, Boost is here. They know it too. That's why it's hard for him to get fights. No, he ain't just starting. He's here. Any number 3 in the IPF? Steven Taylor said, Kirk, how do you see Spence and Pac-Man fight going? Wild and Fury 3. Spence, with the pressure, I think will get to Manny. I'm going to say unanimous decision. I wouldn't be surprised if he stopped Pat. And Wilder and Fury, I like Wilder in like 9 or 10 to knock out Fury. John Kramer said, treat me right. Richie Denby said, you like Frank Martin? You're right. Bowser C said, Kurt, salute Bowser C. Jack T, I think 300 is so easy to stream, but 150 or more for your first bout was good for even back in the day. Yeah. I mean, Floyd did 300,000 his first pay-per-view against Arturo Gatti, and he took off. Demetrius Bryce said, Rick Springfield, Billy Joe. Oh, Billy Joe. Billy Joe. I'm in the New York state of mind. Yeah. Triple X said Vernon Favre versus Mayweather. Mayweather. Jack T said Robert Easter versus Prograis. Greenhawk Durham said Bob Arum beating by knockout. Marcus Thompson said Favre was a bad matchup for Floyd. I got Vernon. No, because Vernon wouldn't have the IQ to beat Floyd. Not rest in peace. Not saying he's done, but Floyd was just so hard to fight. It wouldn't be like Vernon and Shane Mosley. Floyd will make adjustments. But it wouldn't be easy, though. Mr. Ricks, is there any active fighter that you'll pick in confidence to beat Canelo? No. Nope. None of them. None of them. A17 boxing at Tony Boots will whoop Bud. And you know this. David the Real Thompson said, Kurt, Carlos Monzon versus Hagler. That's a tough fight. I like Hagler, but it'd be close. And Monzon was a great fighter, so was Hagler. Tough fight, but I like Marvin. Anthony 402 said, we really need to separate from people who don't have our best interests. Facts. I'll be saying it. There's peace in separation. Not being divisive, but want peace for my own. And there's a lot of peace in separation. DP Rocker said, Boots is here. Exactly. Star City G said, Boots is here now. Bowser, he said, Regis beats Robert Easter. Barry Connor said, Teofimo versus Davis, power for power. Who you got? I got Lopez. I don't know. Though it seems like the more Tank gets acclimated to the weight, and this is his first fight, and the more he fights, he's going to be dangerous. It seems like he's building momentum to a crescendo. That I used to say Teofimo would beat Tank and Josh Taylor, but for some reason my mind is telling me something different. Those are tough fights for him, but Tank is a tough fight for anybody because he dedicated himself. You see the results. Marky Dan said Munguia versus Charlo. I like Munguia in the upset. I like Munguia over Charlo. Bowser C said Fury, UD. Marcus Thompson said Bud 2 season right now for Boots. I can see that. James Deere said Boots already showed he isn't ready for the big time after getting destroyed by Charlo. Ooh. Nah, that's wrong, James. Ron Robinson said, which TV show you got? What's happening? Well, that's my mama. That's my mama. A17 Boxing said, huh? What the? Salam Udin said, Kurt, what risk is it for Thurman or Porter against Boots when Thurman been out for so long and Porter lost to all the top dogs except for Danny? Yeah, because they're getting a little long in the tooth, and they don't want to lose to no upstart. It's easy to lose to an established fighter and then a fighter, upstart fighter. But Boots is a bad matchup for anybody. They see that. They know that. James Deere said Charlo versus Boots win. Maybe another year and a half, 2 years. Boots is still a welterweight. He can make the weight comfortably because he's in shape. James Deere said 817 boxing B. What's the problem? Star City J said Boots never fought Charlo. Yeah, no. Boots is undefeated. Beast by Fire said Curtis. Out of all these so-called excuses that Wilder said, what actually has a valid point? Serious question. I will say the spike water. The spike water. The spike water. FSU said Canelo versus Duran. What weight Duran? Duran. DP Rocket said George Michael versus Michael McDonald. Oh, Michael McDonald. I'ma be there. Minute by minute. Yeah. Yeah. He was part of Doobie Brothers. I love. He was part of Steely Dan. Plus, he had a solo career. Bowser C said, so Kirk, who in Mayweather era could have beaten him? Mayweather? I don't know, man. Well, he went undefeated. The guy that had the style to beat Mayweather, I'm going to take a little back, is Winky Wright. I think Winky Wright would have beat Floyd. Some people disagree, but he had the perfect style to beat Floyd Mayweather. Big dude with a jab and put pressure on you. Blue is back, people. Blue is back.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's get on that. I was listening, Kurt, man.
Oh, man. Yeah, man, man, these questions, because we got music. You know, when I told people I like music more than boxing, they like, what? Like I said something wrong. They like, you like music? I'm like, man, you don't understand. Music is like, I mean, boxing too. I'm passionate, love it, but music is just something different to me, man. It soothes my
Music
soul.
makes your body move.
Gotta have house music all night long. I'm a house music fanatic.
Mm-hmm.
And we got the house music festivals kicking off every Friday by the Prudential Center. It be jam packed out there. Everybody love Blue. No fights, no stepping on my shoe, no gunplay, just food, dancing, and fun. Like it used to be. Somebody asked me 70s versus the 80s. And Black American culture, block parties was always a big thing. Roller skating, people cooking out always was a big cultural thing, man. It was about peace and having fun. And you got people in the high 30s, 40s, 50s, and 60s. Yeah, that's down there. We get ready to have some what's they call that? Summer in the City is a free festival. Every Thursday we got Rakim coming July 22nd, free on Thursday at the New Jersey Pack. This make his third time being down there. It's gonna be packed. But let's get out of here. Music comes the Savage Beast, man. Thank you for all your questions, everybody, man. The family, I appreciate it, man. Kurt Sugar love doing this, man. I love it. I love it. Oh, my Brazilian national team won tonight. That's good, but I love doing this, man. I love it. I love it. I love it. I'll be tired, but I'll be like, man, when I answer a couple of questions, man, I just get this extra gear, man. So, shout out to everybody. Thank you for the super chats. Thank you, Carolina, for the cash app. I appreciate everybody. Me and Blue will see you tomorrow.
Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue, Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notifications. Follow us on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shout out to the entire LDBC. Shout out to New Media. Shout out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like your shitty videos. That's all we got for y'all. Peace.
Peace.